the opening kick. And before we get into Sparkman again, John, check out the booth down to about the 20-yard line. Keith, coming down the sideline, I think that's pretty cool. What do you say?
I'd love for him to do it every ball game. Just especially this season, keep JJ's memory alive and keep him involved. I know his mom appreciates it and their family. So to me, I'd do it every ball game. It's a special moment.
What's happening is the four Aggie captains chosen for tonight's game. They're bringing J.J. Staten's number 58 jersey with them. Between there's four captains. The two in the middle have it between them. And those two tonight are Jordan Laredo and Emmanuel Hardaway, two of the captains. Also Reed Kitchens. And the other one is Brian Castro. But going back to Sparkman, John, we're going to see, according to Coach Brown and others, maybe one of the best running backs we'll see this year.
Yeah, absolutely. His name is Jaden Thomas, but they call him Drip. I had to get the background on that. They said that he dresses to the nines. Said that the coach just absolutely loves the way he dresses. And a couple of years ago, one of the coaches said, man, you just dripping, which undoubtedly means that you're looking nice. And so it just kind of stuck with him. So if you hear us say Drip Thomas, that's what we're talking about. Running back number 7. He's a senior. He's a very high motor berry. And when I watched him on film, he is physical. He's explosive. And because he has that huge offensive line in front, what's happening when I watch him on film, Barry, is he's literally kind of getting lost behind those offensive linemen. Then he bounces out, and the next thing you know, he's in the linebacker core and in the defensive back core. Barry, you know who he reminds me a lot of is, if you remember, Trey Mason, when he was at Auburn, very explosive back, low center of gravity, runs hard, can spin, but he'll hide behind those linemen and then pop out. Look for us to call Drip Thomas's name a lot tonight in the running backs.
A lot of speed. If you're in the secondary, Chris, for Albertville, you know you're going to be seeing that guy come by a lot.
Yeah.
Heading out to the middle of the field, Sparkman comes in 3-0. Sparkman beat Austin 21-18 last week. Next week, they're going to be at home against Grissom. Aggies will be on the road to Austin. And let's go down to the middle of the field for the toss of the coin.
Two captains for the Albertville Aggies, senior number 5, Emmanuel Hardaway, junior number 7, Jordan Laredo, senior number 42, Brian Castro, and senior number 54.
All right, guys. You guys are my captains tonight. That's a great honor to be recognized by your coaches as captains, okay? Who thinks highly of you guys and your sportsmanship. That's what we're looking for tonight. If we have any issues, we're going to come to you to help us out, okay? Just have a good, clean football game. Got good weather, so let's just have fun, okay? Sparkman, the white team here are the visitors, so have a coin. This is heads, and that's tails, okay? What are you going to call?
Tails.
He's calling tails. Everybody hear him, tails. If I drop it, we'll redo it, okay, guys? Here we go. He called tails. It is tails. You've won the toss.
We want the ball.
Okay.
Now, I don't blame them one bit. If an offense like that, I'd want the ball too. And looking at the uniforms behind you there, Keith, it's almost, if they were to they could almost swap home and away and be almost identical.
Yeah, except for the red colors. Now we're more of a bright red, and they have I guess it's more of a maroon line on their pant leg, and then the S on their helmets is kind of a maroon.
Yeah, the Aggies have the white pants, the black jerseys, the white helmet with the red lettering. Sparkman has the black pants, the white jersey, the black numbers, and the black helmets. So Sparkman, with an offense like that, John, they want the ball first. I don't blame them one bit.
No, and you know, listen, last week went on the road at Sparkman. They were able to score early, kind of set the tempo for that game. Barry, once again, Sparkman on the road. Why would you not want to put that offense out there that's got the senior-laden quarterback, that's got the senior-laden running back core, put them on the field, try to score early, set the tempo for the Sparkman team here on the road.
Keith, being a former coach, your Aggie defense, how would you try to stop this team tonight?
It's got to be bend but don't break, guys. You can't give up the big play. You can, if they're getting 4 or 5 yards at a time, especially if they start their drive on the 20, 25, something like that, they've got to go the length of the field, then make them go to the length of the field with a good long drive with a lot of plays, because, that's a lot better, a lot harder to go down and score in 15 plays than it is letting them break that big one and taking it 80 yards to the house.
And Coach Brown, Keith, just exactly what you were talking about was to say we have to bend but not break. But the verbiage that he said is you just got to hope to make them impatient with the ball because they're wanting to pick up big chunks of yardage, make them have to drive, and just hope that them being impatient causes them to force something. And when they force something, the Aggies can capitalize on a turnover.
Well,
Keith, you hit the nail on the head.
The verbiage we used to use would be, especially with our front seven, is you guys have got to move like a wall. Okay, guys are going to move and do different stuff up front on the defensive line and the linebacker spot, but move together. Don't overrun where you're supposed to be. If you're a defensive lineman, don't get upfield 6 yards because you're creating a gap. Build a wall, move together. If they pick up 3 or 4 yards, make them do that all the way down the field. Just don't give up that big one.
A little heads up, next week we're on the road. In 2 weeks, the Aggies will have their open date, and we will not be open. We're going to be going to Douglas, giving you the Douglas West Point game in 2 weeks. So, good football crew never rest.
Good, that's right.
Amen to
One of
that.
the best in the state. We got people calling for us.
Got to go. Hey, we're set to go. The Aggies will kick off. Sparkman back deep. Looks like they're looking for a high, short kick. Their deepest man is around the 15-yard line. So here, hard to believe we're almost halfway through the regular season. Unbelievable. Here we are, game number 4. Aggies trying to pull off a big upset. High kick, short kick, 30-yard line. The catch, 35, swarmed over. Good job by the Aggie D. They're going to pop him down. There he is, Keith. Had a chance to have dinner with him Wednesday. E-man, Emmanuel Hardaway, first Aggie down on the tackle.
And his favorite country guy is Morgan Wallen now.
According to E-man.
Don't let Hunter Smith say anything different now.
Exactly.
No, they really have done a good job with those kickoffs, kicking it to this side where you've got him, and then you've got Ethan Evans that'll come down on that side too. Both sure tacklers. Guys, I was going to say right before that kick, the wind has changed. It is now blowing end zone to end zone. That could come into play on field goals and kickoffs here in a little bit.
All right, Sparkman going from your right to the left, kind of going into the wind a little bit. Quarterback, number 2 starting. It's Jaden Scott getting the start. The snap to Scott, quicks turns, hands off, up the middle, got a little room, 35 to the 40. Quick handoff, a gain of about 7. First back through, it's going to be second down and short.
You notice that they've came out with their starting offensive group, Barry, but it looks like it's their second string specialty group that's come out.
Got to wonder if the starting quarterback may be banged up. It's Jaden Scott getting the start and not their starting running back. He'll hand off up the middle, 40-45 to the 47-48 midfield. It's going to be a first down. Jabari Davis on the carry. 2-3 Aggies make the tackle. Xavier Havis on the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, right there. It is that big offensive line that's controlling the line of scrimmage. Running back able to find those gaps and just big chunks of yardage.
Takes the handoff, quick pass left side. Down the sideline, knocked out of bounds, 46-yard line. Hunter Smith over there. Also, Peyton Jones will shove him out of bounds. It's a gain of about 4, second down and 6.
Boy, if Peyton Jones doesn't make that tackle, Barry, I think he is gone all the way along the near boundary. That was a touchdown-saving tackle by Peyton, able to come up and get him out of bounds.
Quickly down to the 46-yard line, hands off to Davis, dancing around 45, 44, 43. 3 Aggies. Christian Ramirez, first Aggie on the stop. It's going to be short of the first down, third down at about 3.
Critical down upcoming for the Albertville Aggie defense. You've made them, as Coach said a few moments ago, you've made them now have to drive on a third down and 3. Can you force a fourth down here? Big play for the Aggie defense.
Quarterback Scott out of the gun, trying to pull the Aggies off sides. Didn't work. He looks at the sideline. 10:45 to go in the quarter. No score. Sparkman with the ball first. Scott, quick drop right side. Throws, got his man. Complete. 40. Breaks the tackle, 39-38, first down to the Aggie 36-yard line. Down the field for the tackle, one of the big guys, Chase Bynum, first Aggie on the tackle.
Yeah, Coach Brown was worried about the little bubble screen or tunnel screens, they like to call them, where the quarterback just takes the snaps. As soon as he gets it in his hand, snaps it out to a wide receiver, and right there you see why, able to gain about 12 yards.
2 backs in the backfield. Scott, the quarterback. Scott rolls right side. Pressure coming. They got him. He gets away to the 41. He's going to step out of bounds. Well, one of the Aggies, was that Bynum, almost had him for about a 10-yard sack.
Almost had him for a 10-yard sack, and then I believe it was number 0, Xavier Havis, able to come up on the play, and Barry did not let the quarterback see downfield, kept his hands up, and then pushed him out of bounds. Huge play for the Aggie defense for a loss of about 6.
How about Chase Bynum? Keith, excellent play by Bynum that time, almost a sack.
We have him on the roster, right? Is he a 9th grader?
I'm
I know
showing,
we were confused with him and
Yeah.
Jonathan Alexander on our roster there for a couple of weeks, but he's listed as a 9th grader. If he is, he's got a bright future ahead, boys.
Loss of 5. It'll be 2nd and 15. Davis out of the gun. Steps, hands off. Dances around one man, 40 to the 35, breaks the tackle, 30 to the sideline, 25, 23, gets all that yardage back and a first down Sparkman.
Boy, that is a big play. Number 28, their running back right there, Jabari Davis, bringing all 5'8", 196 pounds to the party. Bounces to the outside, and Barry, you said it. Not only did he get the yardage that they lost, but a couple more, able to move the sticks. That is an explosive young running back.
23-yard line, first down. Hands off to Davis again. Hit at the line. He falls forward for a couple. Ramirez hit him first. Havis comes over and finishes him off. It's a gain of 3, 2nd and 7, Sparkman.
Yeah, when you talk to Coach Harper, realizing that they have got to do something to kind of stalemate that huge Sparkman offensive line, and right there, Christian Ramirez able to do so. A small gain.
2nd and 7, back to pass. Scott looks, throws to the end zone, deep in the end zone. Tip almost picked off. Could have almost been offensive pass interference.
Well, I think they were letting the young men go up there and play, but a great job by number 4, Keegan Thompson, 5'10", 140-pound sophomore, playing that perfectly along the inside. And Keith, it looked like he might have actually had the shot for the interception, and Hunter Smith from his safety position might have actually tipped it away from Keegan.
Almost picked it off in the back of the end zone. 3rd down, 7. Quarterback Scott out of the gun. Hands off to, quick pass left side, incomplete. Will play action through it left side, incomplete. Now it's 4th down and 7. Chris, what do you do? Do you go or kick?
I believe they're going right here. I believe they're going for it.
And he's never going to get his name in the paper, but number 6, Peyton Jones, 5'11", 160-pound sophomore, coming on a blitz, getting in the quarterback's face, making him hurry that pass before he really wanted to get it out, put it into the ground. Peyton Jones should get credit for that one, guys.
Christian Burns comes out with a tee. They're going to try a field goal. Now, there's a breeze at his face, looks like now. The tee is on the, well, they're going to call a timeout. The play clock is down to 7.
Well, and not only that, they don't have enough men, Barry.
So they'll call a timeout. We'll keep it here. So 4th and 7, we were talking, Keith, earlier about the bend but don't break. That's exactly what the Aggie defense has done.
Yeah, that's what you've got to do against an explosive team that really is more athletic than you are. You've got to be smart. You've got to know exactly where you're supposed to be. Technique is huge. You got to do your job. Don't give up that big one. Don't give up the big crease. And you can play ball with guys like this. Guys, did they not break a huddle with 10 guys?
They did.
Should we not be backing them up?
That's what I'm wondering, why they were able to call a timeout, I guess, before the officials counted. I don't know, but they got the timeout just in time.
You can break a huddle as long as there's not 12 men in the huddle. Doesn't matter if it's less than 11.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So the tee is on the 27. It'll be, now they moved it to the right hash mark.
Huh.
That's odd. So it's going to be
that's where it was originally. Threw it over on this side.
So now the field goal from there, 27, 37-yard. The kick, it's in the air. He's got the leg, and it is good down the middle. We'll take a timeout. Sparkman strikes first. 9:23 to go in the first. Sparkman up 3-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
You walk in the door, it's a hometown atmosphere, just a great place to purchase a vehicle.
We're going to do what we say we're going to do. I've been a customer for over 8 years and I love it.
The customer can relax and feel like that there's no pressure.
We've had a very good experience.
I will come back here to buy whatever cars that we are going to buy in the future.
We don't try to steer you in a different direction.
For us, we don't need to go anywhere else.
We want everyone that walk in that feel like they're at home, that they're part of our family. Because at Sand Mountain Toyota, we are more than a dealership.
Screwdriver.
Screwdriver.
Pliers.
Pliers.
Phone. Care can be distracting.
Phone.
That's why our new Whirlpool Smart Range lets you care smarter with control from anywhere. So life doesn't revolve around your range.
Give me that Phillips screwdriver, would you, kiddo?
Every day, care. Whirlpool.
Your local source for Whirlpool products and service is Bonds Appliance in Gunnersville.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
3-yard line. 9 plays later, they're able to get it into the Aggie 23-yard line, but the Aggie defense holds right there, forces a 38-yard field goal up and good. We'll count that as a victory, Barry. Sparkman leads this one early, 3-0 here on the road.
Gilbert and ball forward, where Fords really do cost less in Albertville. That was a big defensive stand, Chris.
Absolutely. Great job by the D right there.
Do wonder where the starting quarterback and starting tailback from Sparkman were. Not sure if there's some
well, they were warming
disciplinary
up,
action. Don't know if I don't know, but they did not get the opening start here to kick off the game. Line drive, kick down to about the 5. He's got to pick it up. Hardaway scoops it up 10 to the 15, gets away from one man to the 19. Nice run back by Hardaway. There's an injured Sparkman player, a little slow getting up, so the Aggies will start on their 19-yard line.
You know, that's going to come with youth, Coach, because that ball's coming in at 100 miles an hour, and he kind of stopped it there about the 5-yard line. I think if he gets out of the way and just lets that roll through, then Albertville's going to have a little bit better starting position.
Yeah, that's one of those balls, like in baseball, you don't really know whether to go charge that ball to try to catch it or you want to back up and play it off the hop. But he knocked it down and able to get positive yards. Guys, really quick injury update. It looks like Laughlin, Jacob Laughlin, has got his shoe off over here, and he's got some ice on his ankle. So I'll just have to keep an eye on him. He didn't start the game. He might have kind of tweaked that thing in pregame, but we'll keep an eye on him, and I'll give you an update as soon as I get it.
All right, first down 19. Zuniga, the quarterback, snap, hands off to Havis. Havis hit in the backfield. They stand him up. It's going to be a loss of a couple. Boy, by the time he took the handoff, he was hit by 2 men, a loss of a couple.
Well, Albertville comes out in a full old-timey football set, 2 tight ends and an inverted wishbone, no wide receivers out in the formation. And in that point in time, you're asking your linemen to block who they need to block. Quarterback's got to read who he has to read. Gives off to the dive back, but once again, Sparkman able to infiltrate the backfield of Albertville, cuts him down for about a 1.5 yard loss.
No receivers. Mason Froelich in there. Also, Elijah Lorsate lining up 2 tight ends, now running out of the eye. He'll turn, hand off, second man through. Havis gets a block, fighting for some room back to the line of scrimmage, to the 20 and the 21. It's a gain of about 4. They're just playing some good old-time hard-mouth football right now.
That's just old-school football. That's the kind when Jink and I played where you line up and you got an I formation, come get you some. And right there, Albertville's offensive line able to do a really good job. Kind of got that much larger defensive front. And believe it or not, they were playing a 3 front, but now that Albertville's come out with that, 2 more defensive linemen have checked in for Sparkman to make a 5-fronter, an old 50 defense across the front. If we're going to play old school, we're going to play old school. But the offensive line from Albertville won that last play, Barry, gain of about 5.
No receivers at all, 2 tight ends. Now 3 backs in the backfield around Zuniga. It'll be third down at about 7 for the Aggies. Hands off to Havis. Havis bounces right side, gets around the corner, 25-26. Nice run by Havis, short of the first down, but I like that. It's a gain of about 5. It's going to be a 4th down and short.
actually was kind of stopped where he wanted to go, and Havis did a great job of bouncing it here to the near boundary, got outside the numbers. Unfortunately for him, he just could not get past number 20, Sid Walker, the linebacker, comes up, makes a tackle, and is able to pull him down inside the boundary. Clock continues to tick, which is kind of what Coach Brown wanted. And then he talked about today, when I had a chance to talk to him in the airport today, that he said we've got to get better at punts on the special teams. Didn't do real good last week on that.
Aggies will punt, letting the clock wind down, using a lot of clock. 7:09 to go in the quarter. Zuniga back, trying to pull somebody offside. There's a flag.
I believe that's offsides on them, guys.
Delay a game, isn't it?
Play clock was still at 6. We had plenty of time. I believe it is.
Yeah.
Did somebody line up in the neutral zone or did they move? I couldn't tell, Keith.
I think they were lined up in the neutral zone, must have been. I didn't see anybody jump, but their coach was very unhappy on the other sideline.
That's usually what hits us in the first quarter,
right.
Chris.
That's a change.
So they give us a first down, huge move. So now we move the chains, 32-yard line, first down, Albertville.
And was that kind of turnabout fair play, because that's what other teams have been doing to us. And right there, sometimes you want to go after the block. Maybe there was a lineman who did a really good job of flinching his hand and drawing the other person in the neutral zone, but, hey, keeping the offensive drive going.
Hunter Smith checks in. One wide receiver. That's him wide left, running out of the eye. Zuniga from the gun. Hands off. Havis hit in the backfield. Nowhere to go but backwards. Boy, Coach Brown not happy at all. The ball popped loose. Is it a fumble? They're saying it is. Turnover. Sparkman recovers.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a delay. It was kind of a draw play. They snapped it back to Zuniga. He pulled the ball up like he was going to pass and then handed it off. Maybe an old Statue of Liberty kind of play to Havis as he's coming through the hole, Barry. It was amazing because all of a sudden, and you hate to say amazing, but a great play by number 50, Kari Petty, who steps in there and instead of making the tackle, reaches for the ball and rips the ball loose. And that's a turnover, and that's what Coach Brown was talking about with you guys Wednesday.
Yeah, boy, that hurts. You just picked up a first down with a penalty on Sparkman. Now you hand the ball over to them. Sparkman takes over 24-yard line, 6:34 to go in the first quarter. They're up 3-0 with the ball. Still going with their backup quarterback, Jaden Scott. Scott with Davis, the back beside him. Scott, low snap, quick pass, throws. Got his man 19. Did he make the catch? Yes, he made the catch. He's stopped the minute he made the catch, 19-yard line. It's a gain of about 5.
Boy, Coach, did you see Xavier Havis? If he would have just stopped where he was going to be right in the passing lane for that interception. He just kind of blew himself out of there.
2nd and 5 from the 19. Scott turns hands off to Davis. Hit at the line of scrimmage. They stand him up, but he falls forward. I think he got the first. He did. He was stopped. No gain. Then he lunged forward and picks up 5. It'll be 1st down and 10, Sparkman.
Great job there once again by the defensive front of Albertville. They're stalemating that offensive line. Barry, that's literally a first down solely on the legs of the running back.
14-yard line, 1st down and 10, halfway through the first quarter. Davis, 2 backs beside him. He'll fake the handoff, looks at the end zone, throws, got him wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Sparkman.
Fakes the underneath handoff, going to the far boundary. Wide receiver here along the near side, able to undercut, unfortunately, the sophomore defensive back. He kind of got it inside of him. Quick slant on the far side. So basically everything's going to the far boundary, and then the quarterback comes back, quick slant to the wide receiver on the back side of the play, undercut our sophomore cornerback, and is able to get in for the end zone, Bear.
Rozier made the touchdown catch. Now for the point after, 5:58 to go in the quarter, lining up as if they might go for 2. I would think they would shift here in the second lineup for the PAT. So far, now they do. So it's 9-0 after the Aggie turnover, giving Sparkman the ball inside the 25-yard line. They quickly take advantage, and there's a flag down before they snap it. Let's see, they had plenty of time on the play clock. Either somebody jumped.
I think he's saying offsides on us.
Yeah, you are correct. So I would doubt they'll take that, and they may take it and go for 2. I don't know. No, they're signaling kick on the side. They're going to probably just let them move it like a half a foot. So now we're ready to go. So Sparkman taking advantage of the Aggie turnover on top, 9-0, waiting for the point after. High snap, gets it down. Good job of the holder. And right down the middle, I believe it's good. We'll take a timeout. 5:58 to go in the first, 10-0 Sparkman. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Everything that we do, we try to do the right thing, on our core values and in our statement of purpose. That's the way we live each day.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
Natural gas appliances from your Marshall County Gas District gives your home the clean, comfortable feel of natural gas. And you can get great rebates on brand new natural gas appliances. Gas furnace, a $1,000 rebate. Tankless water heaters, $300. Clothes dryer or gas lights, $200. Cooktop range, $100. Plus $50 back on lights, grill, logs, and wall heaters. Call your Marshall County Gas office for more details. With locations in Arab, Albertville, and Guntersville. Or call toll free at 1-800-552-1382.
Natural gas.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Off the Aggie turnover, Sparkman wasted no time into the end zone. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford scoring drive.
Going 4 plays, 24 yards is where they took the fumble over. Didn't take them long, Barry, and they put that into the end zone. 14-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Scott DeRosier. Extra point up and good. Sparkman extending their lead here early or midway through the first quarter, 10-0.
Gilbert and Ball Ford reports really do cost less in Albertville. I'll tell you what I see. I like the fact that the Aggies not afraid to take chances. They come out with a totally different look on offense, trying to catch Sparkman sleeping. It worked for a few plays. Unfortunately, had the fumble, and they gave Sparkman a good field position.
Well, and listen, you got a running back who's trying to get upfield and he's trying to get yards. And credit the defensive player. Credit number 50 for Sparkman, who came up, saw the ball just kind of hanging out there a little loosely away from the body, and just reaches up there and takes it away. Barry, it's a good defensive play. Remember, got a lot of seniors on the defense for Sparkman. So, listen, it's a learning tool. I mean, these guys are young. They're going to have to learn, and that's one way you learn, unfortunately, is you get the ball taken away from you.
I like the way they tried something new, Chris, trying to mix it up.
Absolutely.
Try to catch them asleep.
Yeah, we always run that spread offense,
Sure.
It don't hurt to try something else.
Sparkman was not looking for that. We were not looking for that.
No.
And hopefully, who knows, it may wear them down eventually, but in the meantime, it was using a lot of clock. That's part of the game plan.
Yes.
Keep the ball out of their hands. Unfortunately, we turned it over and gave it to them. Here's the kick down the middle. Hardaway picks it up, 10, 15 to the 20, to the 25, around the corner. He's got it. 30 to the 35 to the 40. How about Emmanuel Hardaway? Wow, he shoved out of bounds after he was out of bounds. Keith, how about E-Man down the sideline, almost broke it.
I'm hoping he's – okay, there he comes. I was going to say he took a shot, and I couldn't tell how far he was out of bounds. Looked like we might have got an extra 15 right there. But runs upfield, puts a foot in the ground, gets what goes hard left, and then able to outrun the contained player over there, get upfield. This is some of the best field position we've had all year.
That was a great return, John.
Oh, it was a great return. And what he did, he came up the middle of the field, like Keith said, kind of sucked in who had contained him on the far side. Inside, put his foot in the ground, bounced it. And I think the only thing that saved that guy from Sparkman getting a 15-yard penalty is that young man was trailing the play from behind. And when Hardaway went out of bounds, he kind of ran up on him, and both of them fell down. And I think that's the only saving grace.
Cooper Scott wide right, Hunter Smith wide left side. Back to the regular offense. He'll hand off. Oh, my goodness. Havis is hit, breaks the tackle, but he is going to be dropped. Forward progress. He's going to lose about 3. Here's a late flag coming in. It's got to be somebody using language because the play was way over, and then the personal, I'm guessing personal foul, the flag is thrown.
Yeah, I'm wanting to see what this call is. I think it was when they were coming up from the pile. So we're going to see what they do. It's going to be a personal foul against Albertville. And it's going to be, I think the person that the infraction is against is making his way over to the sideline for a counseling session right now. But, Barry, you just can't have mistakes like that in this game. But conversely, I'm going to give a little defense to the running back, because as soon as you get the ball, when you get hit in the mouth in the backfield, the offensive line right now, and I'm not saying, guys, they've got to play better. You've got to pick a man and you've got to block. There's only 3 of them. There's 5 of you. I understand that those 3 are very good, but right now we've got to ask our offensive line to step up and get a little bit better blocking for our running backs.
After the penalty, a loss of 18, and it's second down. Back to pass, a little delay to Havis. Havis up the middle, gets to the 19, maybe the 20, gets a couple back. It's going to be third down, and it's going to be third and about 25.
And right now, some people may say, well, why did we hand the ball up the middle just then? And, guys, it is third down in a country mile to get to the first down. And what they were trying to do, Barry, right there, and I'm sure Keith understands it too, they were trying to run a draw play. If that defensive line wants to be that aggressive and those linebackers want to be that aggressive to get upfield, if you run a draw play, Coach, if they pop it out the back door, that guy could be gone.
It's the most aggressive defense we've seen so far. They're playing jam up on our the corners are playing right in our wide receivers' faces. That's why we're not able to throw the short pass like we did last week. And like you said, John, if he gets past him on the draw, he's gone.
Turns hands off to Havis, bounces right side. They got him. 18-yard line. It's going to be now fourth and about 32. That 15-yard penalty was a killer on that drive, Chris.
Wow. Sure enough.
It's bad enough to get one, but to get it on after the play is over, you lose the down anyway.
Absolutely, and Havis bounces to the outside, and I thought, talk about speed, Keith, that was sort of right there in front of you. And, man, all of a sudden, number 12, Josh Murphy, junior outside linebacker. Did you see that closing speed, Coach? Holy mackerel.
Well, and then the strength, because Xavier stuck his arm out like Derek Henry was going to give that guy a stiff arm, and then he's able just to pull him down very strong and very fast.
4:09 to go in the quarter. Aggies set to punt. That whole drive lost about 30 yards with a penalty. Here's a high kick, very short kick, wobbly kick. It's got to bounce at the 30, go out of bounds. So, again, you go back to last week. Okay, first of all, they're having to pull bodies apart. There's 2 more flags coming down. And there was, maybe both teams. I don't know, but there were 2 flags coming in. You got to think personal foul again. But go back to last week, Chris. Same kind of thing happened. We gave Florence the ball twice inside our 25-yard line.
Yeah, and those penalties, just like the one we're fixing to get, I believe, and the one we had last time, caused a lot of that. So, we just got to control our tempers out there and play football.
Let's hope it's offsetting penalties. If not, they're going to have the ball in good shape anyway. Around the 30, let's see where the ball is. But the flags are down back around the 22. They're talking about it. Let's see if both teams will get one of these. I'm not sure.
If they do we re-kick it?
No, they just mark 15 one way, 15 the other.
Okay, personal foul, Albertville. Personal foul. Yep, we both get one, so they'll just leave the ball where it was, 33-yard line. So last week, Florence had the ball twice thanks to a penalties, bad kick. Now here we are, Sparkman, this time 33-yard line. This is twice they've had the ball inside our 35-yard line to begin a drive.
Yeah.
And, Barry, I'm just wondering right now, because there is still a lot of football left to play. Are they not the starting quarterback Ward that we thought, Drip Thomas, running back that we thought, still sitting over on the bench, more of the backups right now? Sparkman maybe just saving them for later in the season.
I don't know. First down and 10, 33-yard line. Quarterback Scott, the snap rolls right side, stop, looks back left, throws, got a man down there, incomplete. Hit one of the Aggies in the back of the head. He threw it short. Or it could be 2 of the starters got into maybe missed a practice. You never know. They may be just not playing the first quarter.
And
not sure.
Great play right there. It was a wheel route coming out the back door. They rolled to the right, trying to get Albertville's defense to flow with them. Throw a wheel route to the back door. Jesse Gonzalez, number 26, a sophomore, didn't bite, followed the receiver, knocked the ball away. Great play by that sophomore linebacker.
Aggies jump across. Did Sparkman move first, or is it offsides Albertville? It's against the Aggies. Quick score, Gunnersville leads Douglas 14-0 in the first quarter. Big region game there. So you move it 5 yards. Now it goes 2nd and 5 for Sparkman.
What'd you say, 14-0?
14 zip in the first, yep.
Wow.
We'll be seeing Douglas in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Ball is on the 28-yard line. This one 10-0. Sparkman on top, 3:51 to go in the first quarter. Quarterback Davis out of the shotgun. Scott back to pass those into the end zone. Got him in. Need to make the catch. Got it. Touchdown, Sparkman.
Had 5 wide receivers in the pattern. Inside slot receiver. Got number 3, Cooper Scott, our defensive back, kind of got turned around. Safety couldn't get over the top to help him quick enough. And it was similar to kind of a back shoulder throw. Cooper Scott, unfortunately, not able to locate the ball. He had it played kind of perfectly where he needed to be, just couldn't locate the ball. Good pitch and catch, and a touchdown for Sparkman.
So now it's 16-0. You just cannot give an offense this powerful the ball inside your 35-yard line 2 times in a row. 16-0 lead, 3:45 to go in the first. Now for the extra point. Boy, it got quiet in a hurry, didn't it?
Sure it is.
Here's the snap. Kick is up. And no good. No good. We'll take a timeout. 3:45 to go in the first. Sparkman up 16-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
With gas prices and inflation at an all-time high, Alexander Ford understands it's tough out there. We do not want to be just some dealership, we want to be your dealership. For all your sales, parts, and service needs, we believe we can save you money. We have new inventory on the way, a fully stocked parts department, and an award-winning service department.
Alexander Ford has been family owned and operated for over 50 years in Boaz. We want to be a part of your family.
At the Carpet Store, Highway 431 in Albertville, we're more than just our name. Sure, we're carpet, but we're so much more. We're ceramic floors, showers, backsplashes. We're hardwood, laminate, and luxury vinyl tile. We're installation supplies, vinyl flooring, and remnants. Why not visit our beautiful showroom and let our professional sales staff show you all the things we are? The Carpet Store, Mosley Flooring, Highway 431 in Albertville, where we're so much more than just our name.
Sparkman, good field position, takes advantage of it. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford scoring drive.
Yeah, after having a punt roll out of bounds at the Albertville 33-yard line, 3 plays, 33 yards later, Scott to Chambers on a 28-yard touchdown pass down the seam. Bright spot on that drive for Albertville. Extra point, no good. And Sparkman, however, extends their lead 16-0 here in the first quarter.
Gilbert and Ball Ford, where Fords really do call Celeste in Albertville. Had a good return on a kick, then it just went downhill from there. We'll try it again. Here's the kick. Good kick, deep kick, Hardaway back to his 1-yard line. He's going to return it to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. 25, spins around. He has no fear. He could have easily let that one bounce into the end zone, but he wanted to make something happen. And I tell you, the young man has amazing speed. He's going to break one before the year's over, Chris.
He's definitely got some speed. Maybe we need to put him on offense a few times.
I agree.
I thought he was going to – was he a little slow getting up, Coach? It looked like he's kind of – because he took a shot from number 1 right on the thigh pad.
I was going to say, you saw it just like I did. He took a shot right from the knee area up to the upper thigh and kind of got spun around there before he went down. One of those kind of like a Charlie horse, I bet's what happened.
Arab leads Sardis 7-0 in the first. Boaz, Cleveland County tied at 7. All the scores coming up following our game with a high school football scoreboard. Here we go. Aggies from the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Trying to get something going offensively. 1st and 10, 3:39 to go in the quarter. Zuniga turns right side. Laredo tries to bounce it around the corner. No, you're not going to go around the corner on this team. They've got so much. Maybe one of the quickest teams I've seen this year for sure, maybe in the last couple of years.
Well, and the thing is they have two defensive ends that just absolutely are wreaking havoc on the outer part of our offensive line. And then when you try to bounce it, Barry, they're sitting there waiting on you. The outside linebackers and the entire linebacker corps is flowing with you. Coach Brown's offensive game plan between he and Ken Karcher was to stay between the tackles. And right now, those running backs, instead of getting those tough, hard yards that are 3 or 4 yards between the tackles, trying to bounce it, and you just can't bounce it against this team.
No gain, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Zuniga, one back behind him. That's Laredo. Turns, hands off to Laredo. Tries to bounce it again. Gets a couple of yards, 28, 29-yard line. Got those on his own. A gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and 6, Albertville.
Boy, and he's never going to get his name in the newspaper, but I'm going to give credit to number 79, Chase Bynum, coming out here, pulling a guard downhill, gets a great kick-out block, and Barry, that's why Laredo able to get into the upfield, for about a 5-yard gain. Great block by that offensive lineman.
Cooper Scott wide right side, Hunter Smith left side. 3rd down, 7. Sparkman 4-man rush. Laredo in the backfield with Zuniga. Play clock down to 8. They're going to let it wind down as far as they can. The snap to Zuniga, drops back, has time. Now pressure coming. They've got him back at the 25-yard line. He had really 3 men to choose from. There's double coverage, part of it. Zuniga slow getting up. Is he okay?
Something's wrong with his hand. He went down. They're going to have to yell for the trainer. I think he may have dislocated a finger. Yep. And, guys, we're already down to our 8. That was one of Coach Brown. Now, he may have pulled it back in, and Zuniga limping, going back there, Barry. You'll see it. He's hobbling. He was going to do a play action, and then he was going to try to hit his receiver coming over the middle, but just way too much for the offensive line, and he was able to sack him from behind. And, that was a big man that fell on top of Zuniga. It looks like he's hurting 2 or 3 different spots, Barry.
He's going to punt it away. Good kick, injury and all. At the 45-yard line, Sparkman the return to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, 35, flags down the sideline. He will score, but flags down. Zuniga limping. The only good thing I guess you could say was that his left hand, his non-throwing hand, but he is hobbling up, but it's going to come back. Flag is at the 36-yard line, even though he scored, should not count.
No, it was number 1, who is Jalen Chambers, who's a wide receiver, took it right here at about the 42-yard line on the punt of Sparkman down the far boundary. He's gone to the end zone, but a little yellow hanky sitting here at the Albertville 36, and we've got a hold on Sparkman, so that's going to go back there.
So if you're sitting at home tonight and you're not here and you're not seeing this, and you're saying, why are we not throwing the ball around like we did last week? This is a completely different defense. They're playing a completely different defense. They're in our wide receivers' faces, so that short out route is not going to be there, okay? So you're going to have to throw the ball 8 to 10 yards downfield, and right now our offensive line is just not giving enough time to do that. Like John said already, too, their defensive ends are special. They have a lot of speed. You can't get it outside, so we're going to have to hammer it between the tackles and then maybe take the top off of it and throw it downfield, but we got to give the quarterback time to do that.
First down, Jaden Scott out of the gun, 45-yard lines where they'll start. You'll hand off up the middle to the 40, 35. There he is. Now he's in the game. That's the running back, number 7, Drip Thomas. Thomas, first down, past the 35 to the 33-yard line.
Coach, when he handed it off on the draw play, did you see him go to a full acceleration in about a step and a half?
Yeah, 1 step, he's gone.
First down, Thomas again. Thomas, 30-yard line. They stand him up. Good job by the Aggie D. A very short gain on the bottom of the pile. Let's see is that Ethan Owens? I think that's Owens on the bottom. He was the first Aggie there.
And Chase Bynum also, I think, was that number 79 getting into that. Yeah, that time they've got, man, when a new running back checks in and he's the starter, you can see why.
Second down and 8 to the Aggies. They jump, but no flag. So Aggies got a break 33 seconds to go. Quarterback, the snap, quick drop, left side. Throws those at high, incomplete. It'll be 3rd down coming up.
Right there, just trying to get a bubble screen. Kind of got a back sitting here in a wing position. 3 wide receivers to the near side. And the quarterback's going to take the snap, try to get it out here to the little wing back. He's going to get him behind those wide receivers, what they call a bubble screen. But the quarterback just loops it a little bit too high. And now Albertville with a chance on about a 3rd and 7, Barry, to kind of hold serve here.
27 seconds to go in the quarter, 32-yard line. Scott back to pass, looks right side, throws right side, got him, complete, first down. 20, changes directions, looks for a block. 15, diving to the 11. found his running back down the side. Thomas, first down, Sparkman.
And when you are so fast, Barry, our defensive backs know they can't get beat, and it was a sticks route. As soon as he got past the first down marker, slams on the brakes, comes back, ball already in the air, nearly undefensible by the cornerback. Just a pitch and catch. He moves the chains, first down.
Time for a play, 9-8-7. The ball is on the 13. Back to pass. Scott throws to the end zone, left side, going up, battling, pushing, shoving. No flag. That's a good no call. They were both doing it, so they say no penalty.
Now, I mean, both of them were looking back. Both of them were hand-checking. I'm glad that the referees kind of let that go. That's a defensive back and a wide receiver. Let them have their own man-on-man game out there. And the Albertville defensive back able to make sure that the pass was incomplete.
Clock stopped, 1.2 to go in the quarter. Time for one more snap. 16-0 Sparkman. They're knocking on the door again on the Aggie 13-yard line. Second down and 10. Quarterback Scott out of the shotgun. Turns hands off to Thomas. Thomas 10-5. Dives to the 2-yard line. He'll be stopped short of the goal line, but the quarter, we're down to 0. We'll take a timeout, 1 quarter over. Sparkman on top, 16-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. We offer only the top quality Black Canyon Angus beef, Swift natural fresh pork, grade A Kegel fresh chicken, smoked, processed, and frozen meat items. One of the most popular promotions at Piggly Wiggly is our Pick 5 meat program. Purchase a single pack of meat and pay our everyday low price, or purchase 5 packages marked with the bright red Pick 5 label for just $19.99. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
We know you're looking for a reliable vehicle.
Heading to work? Headed to play. Taking the grandkids to the beach.
Every vehicle comes with a warranty for the length of the contract.
And you get a Carfax with every purchase.
We make everything easy, from the application to the approval or to the payments.
We're not your ordinary buy here, pay here dealer.
Established in 1946, Kirkpatrick Concrete has a tradition of top quality products and service. They now have 11 North Alabama locations to meet this area's demand for quality ready-mix concrete. For your next project, your friends at Kirkpatrick Concrete are just down the road.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
Quarter coming up, 1 yard line. That's where Sparkman is. They're up 16-0, knocking on the door again.
Yeah, Drip Thomas is just something special. I mean, since he has come into the ball game, Barry, he is absolutely explosive. Jink, I think he's ran the ball 3 times. Yeah. How many yards does he have on 3 runs?
21.
So he's averaging 7 yards a touch right now.
Yeah.
That's
John.
That's hey, well, listen, that's Etowah math right there. Miss Darty would be proud.
1 yard line, first and goal. Thomas beside the quarterback, Scott, out of the gun. Scott turns, hands off to Thomas, dives into the end zone. Fumble. They stood him up. Did the ball pop loose?
Yep.
They're saying fumble. Who got it, though? Aggies are pointing our football. Now, one official
is down.
One official coming in saying he was down.
Yeah.
Well, and you actually got an official in the back coming up that says he was down as well. But, man, I'd love to have instant replay on that one.
Okay, so it's Sparkman ball. Second and goal now from the 1. They'll do it again. This time Thomas, he will not bother with diving. He'll just walk into the end zone. Touchdown, 22-0.
That's a great job by the right side of the offensive line. They were trying to do that a while ago, and the Aggies able to come up and wait a minute, Barry, little yellow hanky down at the 1 yard line. This thing may not be over with just yet. Let's see what happens. Looks like it may be on, I don't know, the offense for Sparkman starting to make their way back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see.
He scored, but there's a flag down. Was it after the play or was it during the play? It's right in the middle where you would see a holding call.
No, this one's going to be after the play. It's going to be a dead ball, personal foul. I'm just trying to figure out which team it's going to be on. Guys, you know all the goodwill that the Falcons showed the Aggies last week?
Yeah.
Well, that's out the window. This is going to be a grinded out football game.
Gotcha.
Both sides are getting after each other pretty hard.
So who was guilty of this one? The officials were talking it over. Was it more than one again? Usually when you got a conference, there's more than one. You don't just have just the one.
I know the gentleman that threw the flag was having a conference with one of the Sparkman players.
Right.
We'll see what they say.
So 11:29 to go on the half. 22-0 is where we stand without the point after. So let's see what the penalty is. They're still talking about it.
Well, they came over here and talked to Coach Brown along the near side, and then he ran back out there. So it may be a personal foul that we're going to take on the kickoff rather than back them up here.
Okay. It's going to be personal foul and sportsmanlike conduct. Sparkman, is there two or just one? Let's see. He's talking to somebody. I guess he's saying that they're going to assess it on the kick, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's what Coach Brown told him. Is he said, hey, we'll let you kick the extra point from there, but we'll back them up 15.
All right, so they will kick the point after. So it's 22-0. Last extra point was no good. You would think they might go for two, but nope, they're going to try the one. So the kicker comes in. T is down. Early second quarter. Thomas goes in from a yard out. Now for the point after. Kick is up. Looks good from here, and it is good. We'll take a timeout. 11:29 to go in the half. 23-0 Sparkman. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
Sparkman wasting no time at all. Here's your Sparkman scoring drive.
Yeah, once again, Sparkman starting on the Aggie side of the field at their own the Aggies 45-yard line. 8 plays, 45 yards later, running back Thomas goes in from 1 yard out, extra point up and good. This game early, all Sparkman, 23-0, Bear.
Gilbert and ball forward, where Fords really do cost less in Albertville. And now they move the ball back. They're assessing the penalty on the kickoff, so they'll have to kick off from about the 25-yard line. Should be maybe best start the Aggies have had.
You would hope that now the kicker will have the wind at his back this time, Barry, and we know that he's got a leg, but you would hope that Hardaway, who's checked back into the game, so undoubtedly that little Charlie horse is okay. If we could catch this thing in the air, we might have some field position beyond our 30-yard line.
Hardaway stands at about the 15-yard line. Now we're set. Across the way, boy, Sparkman has a big band. Should be a very good halftime show. Aggie band with their brand new uniforms. We'll see the entire halftime show for the first time. Here's the kick, high kick, short kick. Hardaway comes up, takes a high bounce, finally fields the 10-yard line to the 15, to the 20, tries the left side, stops, cuts back. They're going to swarm him over. They're going to give him progress up to about the 21, maybe 22, 24. That's where the Aggies will start. First down and 10.
Coach, you right there along that sideline. If you're Hardaway, you can't let that ball hit the ground. You've got to come up and make a play in the air because you're going to get more yardage. He had to wait another second and a half for the ball to come down.
Well, and two, the wind is blowing pretty good toward him right here, and I thought that ball was – I think he thought that ball was going to travel a little bit further. Again, he kind of got caught in no man's land. You got to go up and catch that one and get what you can get. Like you said, when that ball almost looked like a bouncy ball, like it was made out of rubber. It hit the ground, bounced up so high, you just couldn't make a play on it.
Was there a penalty at the end of the play? They're moving the ball up to the 33 now.
Yeah, there was a flag on the play.
Okay. So now the Aggies will get a better start. We'll start on the 33-yard line.
I wonder if it had to be a holding call, guys. If it went from the 23 to the 33, that's a
strange
10-yard penalty.
So now the Aggies' best start of the night, pretty much best start. 11:22 to go in the half. Trying to get something going offensively. One man wide right side, that's Hunter Smith. Two backs in the backfield. Zuniga back in, hands off to Havis. Needs a block, got 130, 35, 37, 38. Good run by Havis. A gain of about 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, that time the offensive line got the defensive line pushed back a little bit. Havis realized that he got as far as he could go wide, gets those shoulders north and south. Great run there to gain 6 yards on first down.
Good job by Ramirez blocking on the left side. Also a good block over here for the Aggies. Pierre with a nice block. 2nd and 5, Albertville. Zuniga hands off. Havis again, same play. The sideline stops, cuts, lowers his shoulder, runs over a Senator all the way down to the 44-yard line. First down, Albertville.
Now, you talk about just power running and somebody wanting it more than somebody else. Havis here along the near boundary. Up comes number 6, Devon Dubose, a 5'11", 179-pound cornerback. I think he'll maybe think twice, Barry, before he hits Havis again.
So a flag down over here in front of the Aggie bench.
Yeah, guys, they're going to get the Senators for another 15. They're going to back them up. It was you talking about the old giving them the business. He got one of our players down on the ground over here on our sideline, and giving him the business is a nice way to put it.
So the ball is on the 44. Now they're going to mark off another 15. Best position we've had all night long, field position all the way to the Sparkman 41-yard line. First down, Albertville.
And Coach Watson, the head coach from Sparkman, said that's one thing that's been killing us is our penalties. And right there where the Aggies were driving, you just gave them a free 15 yards for really no reason at all.
Left side of the Aggie line doing some damage on Sparkman the last 2 runs. Havis, some good running. First down, Albertville. Zuniga, left side. There's pretty much the same play. He'll stop, cut to the middle, 40, 39. So it's a gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's number 17 throwing a punch in there just now for Sparkman. I mean, it's starting to get chippy down there a little bit now. White Hat trying to step in and calm this thing down, but Barry, you alluded to it, left side of the Albertville Aggie offensive line taking care of positions and taking care of their blocks. Havis north and south only gained about 1.5 yards on that play, but the Aggies starting to get something going, Bear.
2nd down and 8 inside the Sparkman 40. 10:07 to go in the half. 23-0 Sparkman on top. Aggies' best drive of the game. 2 backs behind Zuniga. Laredo to the left. Havis behind Zuniga. Zuniga the snap, back to pass, pressure's coming, a little short pass, tipped away, great defensive play, reached around, knocked it away, it'll be 3rd down.
That was a great play call, Coach, by Zuniga, dropping back, inviting the line back, sees the blitz, invites the blitz and the defensive line to kind of chase him a little bit, trying to get Hunter Smith on a drag behind all of that. If he's got it, Hunter may be gone to the house. Just a great play by the defensive back for Sparkman.
If we can get any kind of a passing game going and we can beat that first level, we may have a big play because they are playing everything right in our face.
Yep.
They're not respecting anybody. I'm for throwing one up to Hunter and see if he can't go make a play on it.
They're taking away those little 5-yard sideline passes we were using last week. 3rd down and 8, hands to Havis, breaks 1 tackle, fighting to the line of scrimmage, 39. He gets maybe 1 yard. He was hit in the backfield, broke that tackle, gains 1 yard. Now it's 4th down at about 8.
Yeah, I think Havis would have had more yardage on that play, but you alluded to it, Barry. Just a Sparkman defender able to whip his blocker. He's deep in the backfield. He doesn't make the tackle, but he alters the run that Havis had coming downhill, and because he had to slow down, allowed the linebacker core from Sparkman to rally and make a tackle after about a 1-yard gain.
If you're the Aggies, you got to go, Chris. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Whether 39-yard line or the 19-yard line, They're going to go 4th down and 8 in the game now. Hardaway checks in the backfield. So it's 4th down and 8 from the Sparkman 39-yard line. Zuniga drops back, has time. Now pressure, throws it right side. Hunter Smith there, got it. First down, 23-yard line.
Good job there, back shoulder throw. Hunter knows where he's going to go with the ball. Zuniga with a quick, just kind of a short rollout to the far boundary, throws it to a spot. Hunter knows where that spot's going to be. He turns the cornerback around, catches it on the back shoulder down at about the 23-yard line, and moves the chains on a big 4th down conversion.
How about Hunter, that nice little friendly shove there where the ball was in the air? The official has said, I'll give you that one.
I wasn't going to say nothing about that, Barry. They let them play.
Hey, they are. 1st and 10, Sparkman 23. Great pass by Zuniga, and another great possession catch by Hunter Smith. 1st and 10, 23-yard line. Zuniga from the gun. The snap, turns, hands, Havis. Nope, drops the ball. Did he get it back? They're piled up. I hope he got it back.
Nope.
Keith, what happened on the mix-up there?
Guys, be 100% honest, I didn't see it. I was talking to Jacob Laughlin about his foot, so I absolutely didn't see the play.
Wow.
You know how you do the underneath handoff and then Zuniga can either hold it or whatever. That time, I think it was on the hip of the running back, Jink. I don't believe that that Havis could pull it back up, lost it. And as he's on the ground trying to get back, it just swarmed under by literally a wave of Sparkman defenders, and one of them comes out of the pile with a fumble.
They dropped the ball on the 26-yard line, second turnover. This one hurts because you were driving. It looked like maybe going to get 7 out of this drive.
Oh, yeah, it was looking really promising.
Wow. So now Sparkman takes over. 8:26 to go on the half. Going the other way, 1st down and 10. Scott, the quarterback, the snap. He's going to keep him himself. Nope, new quarterback to the 30-yard line. In the game is Jalen Chambers. And they're running out of a wildcat that time. Chambers picks up about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Chambers normally a wide receiver. We did see him a little bit in warm-ups throwing the football a little bit. But, Barry, I think you hit it the nail on the head. Really not a throwing quarterback right now, more of maybe a wildcat quarterback. My question is where is Josh Ward, who's the senior all-region quarterback? And it may be just simply that there's he's over there on the sidelines. He went through full warm-ups.
He may be waterboying tonight. He's over there mixing drinks over at the water cooler.
Yep.
It's 2nd and 5, 30-yard line. 7:42 to go on the half. The snap again. The Wildcat got room. 30, 35 to the 40. Breaks the tackle. Foot race. 30, 20 to the 15 to the 10. He will score up the gut. First down and more. Touchdown, Sparkman.
That was just one of the things that scared Coach Brown was because of the largeness of the offensive line of Sparkman, that those running backs could hide behind those. And then Coach Brown, when we even talked today about it, he said them being able to pop out, and the next thing you know, they're in the linebacker corps or they're in the defensive back corps, and you haven't seen them until it's too late. Barry, that was just a snap. Back to number 1. Once again, Chambers in the Wildcat. He gets hid behind those offensive linemen, gets north and south, and he is absolutely gone to the end zone.
Right up the middle. Now for the point after. 29-0. They fumble the snap, loose ball. They will not get the extra point up. So no good. Will take a timeout. 7:31 to go on the half. It's 29-0 Sparkman. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
You walk in the door, it's a hometown atmosphere, just a great place to purchase a vehicle.
We're going to do what we say we're going to do. I've been a customer for over 8 years and I love it.
The customer can relax and feel like that there's no pressure.
We've had a very good experience.
I will come back here to buy whatever cars that we are going to buy in the future.
We don't try to steer you in a different direction.
For us, we don't need to go anywhere else.
We want everyone that walk in that feel like they're at home, that they're part of our family. Because at Sand Mountain Toyota, we are more than a dealership.
Screwdriver.
Screwdriver.
Pliers.
Pliers.
Phone. Care can be distracting.
Phone.
That's why our new Whirlpool Smart Range lets you care smarter with control from anywhere. So life doesn't revolve around your range.
Give me that Phillips screwdriver, would you, kiddo?
Every day, care. Whirlpool.
Your local source for Whirlpool products and service is Bonds Appliance in Gunnersville.
Big touchdown run. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford scoring drive.
Didn't take long after the Albertville fumble. What do good teams do? They make you pay for the turnover. 2 plays, 74 yards. Chambers taking it 68 of those 74 yards to the house. Extra point once again missed by Sparkman, but extending their lead. Sparkman out 29-0 right now.
Gilbert and Ball Ford reports really do cost less in Albertville. What hurts them most was the Aggies had a drive going, Chris. It looked like they may be able to get some points, and they turn it over.
Yeah, it looks like there was a little miscommunication in the backfield with a handoff there, and it just got dropped, and we couldn't fall back on it. So maybe we'll get it going again on offense.
29-0. Sparkman will kick off. Aggies back deep. The 5-yard line is where Hardaway is standing. Breeze blowing. Next week, Aggies on the road against Austin. Sparkman, Austin, probably the 2 best region teams we'll see this year. We could see the, I guess the second best or maybe the best, don't know, Austin next week. Here's the kick. High kick, deep kick, and Hardaway will let this one go into the end zone. Aggies will start on the 20-yard line. Next week's far Sparkman, they'll be home against Grissom.
And guys, last drive, and I know it was aided by a penalty here and there, but last drive the Aggies did a really good job. I mean, drove the ball into the teeth of the defense, stayed between the tackles, got north and south, and got the ball down until a mistake at the 26-yard line. So that should show Coach Karcher, the offensive coordinator. It should show the offensive line. It should show the quarterback and the running backs and the receivers. We can do this. We can move this ball on this team. And so with that same can-do attitude, start at your own 20-yard line. You can't do anything about it the last play, Barry. Flush it, and let's try to move on and get better this drive.
All right, Zuniga in the gun. Laredo, Havis in the backfield. Hunter Smith wide left side, the only receiver in the formation. From the 20-yard line, first down. Zuniga hands off to Havis in the backfield. They hit him the minute he touched the ball. 2 Sparkman players waiting on him, a loss of 2, almost 3 yards.
Well, let me tell you who disrupted that entire play. Number 47 for Sparkman, that's Sharif Smith, middle linebacker, 6'1", 225-pound junior. Absolutely timed that to perfection. And Barry, you said it. As soon as Zuniga made the handoff, Sparkman player literally in the face in the backfield.
7:02 to go in the half. 29-0 Sparkman. Aggies using all of the play clock they can, keeping the ball away from Sparkman as much as they can. They're back on the 18-yard line, second down and 12. One receiver left side, that's Hunter Smith. Back to pass looks. Those at left side, Hunter Smith, a little push. He's got it. I'm afraid this one may come back. He didn't catch it, though, but I think it, well, he's pointing to the, it looked to me from here like Hunter Smith did the pushing from here. What do you think, Keith?
Yeah, his arm extended. You try to teach them, if they're going to push off, they need to see what he says right here.
Are they calling it a?
Yeah, they're going to call it on them.
Wow, we got a break then.
That'll work. But going back to when I used to coach receivers, if you're going to push off, you can't extend your arm fully, okay? You can get away with a little bit with your arms inside, and we used to call it chicken wing. So especially if you're running a comeback or something like that, you put your feet in the ground, you check it down, and then you throw an elbow into them and push off with your elbow. We got away with one right there, but a heck of a play by Hunter.
If anybody knows chicken wing, it's you, Keith.
That's right, baby.
All right, 1st and 10, 33-yard line. Aggies get the first down after the pass interference. Zuniga hands off to Havis. Got a little hole, 35, stops, cuts, 39. Good run by Havis. He was hit, runs over 2 men, and it's a gain of about 6.
Well, and a great job here by Daniel Wright, the left tackle. Also, you had, I think, Colton Battles in there. Also, Christian Ramirez in there as well. Great job by that offensive front. Havis that time sees the hole north and south, running between the tackles and able to get upfield a gain of 6 yards. Barry, that's what that offensive line has to do now.
6:13 to go on the half. Aggies moving, 39-yard line, 2nd down and 4. Using a lot of play clock. Is down to 10, down to 9 before they snap it. Laredo to Zuniga's right. Havis behind him. Yeah, there's movement again. Did Aggies move first or the Sparkman? I think it's Sparkman. Yeah. A couple of quick scores. Gunnersville leads Douglas 28-0 in the second. And Arab and Sardis. Arab on top 7-6 in the first half.
I think the line judge is trying to tell number 42 for Sparkman that you actually, because he said I didn't jump, and he's right. I don't think he did, but it was right in front of me and you, Barry.
Yeah.
I think he lined up with his helmet in the neutral zone.
I agree. Then he kind of moved from side to side with the helmet being where it was. I think he kind of leaned into it. I think we're going to have a heat timeout here. We'll take a heat timeout, 5:56 to go in the half, 29-0 Sparkman. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
Everything that we do, we try to do the right thing, you know, on our core values and in our statement of purpose. That's the way we live each day.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
Natural gas appliances from your Marshall County Gas District gives your home the clean, comfortable feel of natural gas. And you can get great rebates on brand new natural gas appliances. Gas furnace, a $1,000 rebate. Tankless water heaters, $300. Clothes dryer or gas lights, $200. Cooktop range, $100. Plus $50 back on lights, grill, logs, and wall heaters. Call your Marshall County Gas office for more details. With locations in Arab, Albertville, and Guntersville. Or call toll free at 1-800-552-1382.
Natural gas.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Welcome back. Heat time, Matt. Hey, we don't need it, but we'll take it. This is one of the best nights we've had for football in quite a while. Best one of the year for sure. Beautiful night. Aggies are driving thanks to some Sparkman penalties. They're getting the kind of the penalties we usually get, Chris.
Right.
But, hey, I mean, that helps. But we just need to hang on to the football. The turnovers are killing us right now.
Yeah, Havis doing a great job. 25 yards on 9 carries.
Here we go, out of the heat timeout, 44-yard line, first down and 10, 5:56 to go in the half. Aggies moving, picking up a first down. Zuniga from the gun, turns hands off. Nope, fakes to Havis, throws. Got his man wide open, Laredo. 50 to the right side, flags down. Ooh, it's coming back. There's a bunch of flags coming in, but I'm afraid they're going to get a block in the back over on the sideline, Keith.
I didn't see the block in the back, but I saw Laredo go over there and deliver a shot. I thought he was going to take the worst on that, and Laredo put a foot in the ground and said, no, sir, I'm going to deliver a blow right here and flat knock the corner on his rear end.
What a great play by offensive coordinator Ken Karcher coming out of the timeout, running the ball to the left, running the ball to the left, running the ball to the left, comes out of the timeout. They fake the run to the left, naked bootleg with Zuniga going to the far boundary. He's got Laredo out in the flat, pitches it out there to him, gets north and south. If it wasn't for a block in the back, that is a masterful play call from Coach Karcher coming out of the timeout.
And the bad thing is we had about 10 to 15 yards without the block in the back.
Absolutely. That was
so
a great
now,
play.
so I guess well, they moved it back. It's still where the flag was thrown. It's going to be still 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Let's take away the big gain of about 12 yards. Clock running, 5:41 to go on the half. Still first down, Albertville. One man left side is Smith, and a whistle.
They're going to get number 42 again, number 42, and he's going to figure the thing is, number 42 is trying to get a jump. He's lining up. Barry, you and I are literally on the 44-yard line.
Yep.
He lined up with his head in the neutral zone. 42's raising his head up, but I can take a picture with my cell phone if you want me to and say, you're in the neutral zone, guys.
Is he shifting down? Is he shifting down before the ball snap?
That time he just put his hand down and lined up in the neutral zone. He's trying to plead his case to his coach, but I can take a cell phone picture if you want me to.
And as fast as he is, he doesn't need that extra step.
No, he don't.
And again, this time he does move back a little bit, so now it's 1st and 5 from the 49-yard line. 5:23 to go here in the half. Aggies down 29 zip, but they're moving right at midfield. Play clock down to 9, down to 8. Aggies using all the play clock they can. Zuniga from the gun, and now the snap. Fakes to Havis, being pressured, rolls right side, being chased. Oh, they've got him all the way back, 38-yard line. They just crumpled him up, and I hope he's okay. He was just manhandled back at the 38-yard line.
There's Jaden Chambers, outside linebacker, junior, 6'2", 220, Barry, and one of the ones that Coach talked about and said just how good he is. And, Barry, you saw it there. 8th grade quarterback, great in 8th grade. Probably could have made it around the corner in 8th grade. You can't do that in 7A football against a junior outside linebacker, and I'm just proud that Zuniga got up from the tackle.
He's okay. 2nd and 15, the loss of 5. 4:31 to go on the half. Aggies now back on the 39-yard line. They got to take it to the Sparkman 46. Pressure's coming. Quick pass, left side. Hunter Smith's got it. 45. Great open field tackle at the 45. He gets the sack yardage back and a yard, so it's 3rd and 9.
Hunter Smith out here matched up one-on-one in single coverage with number 1 Chambers. Runs Chambers off. Zuniga's already got the ball in the air. Hunter Smith comes back, gets north and south, and if he can get past that tackle, a lot of green grass in front of him. Credit the cornerback for Sparkman making a great open field tackle in one-on-one coverage.
Hunter had one man to beat. He was not beating that man. That's great tackling by that young man. One-on-one, he just brought him down right at the spot of the catch.
Man, Coach Morrison said that was his lockdown corner, and he just kind of laughed. He said, reckon which wide receiver we're going to cover with him.
3rd down, 9 from the 45. Here comes pressure. Zuniga back to pass, left side. He just unloaded. He had no choice because they had an all-out blitz coming. He was about to be destroyed back there. I'm glad he got rid of it, and incomplete pass, 4th down coming up.
But, Barry, let me tell you how you can see the maturation of an 8th grade quarterback, knowing that they're bringing an all-out blitz. He can see it. He can see him creeping toward the line. Where did he throw the ball? He threw the ball over close to the sideline where it was either going to be caught by Hunter or fall harmlessly out of bounds rather than risk a turnover. Once again, we're seeing an 8th grade quarterback growing up every play of every game every week.
And, guys, I've seen Hunter make that play, but the Chambers kid jams him at the line. The Chambers kid's a really good cornerback.
Yep. 4th down and 9. Zuniga, no pressure at all. Good punt, high punt, returnable. Here comes Chambers again, 25 to the 30. Runs by one man, 40, midfield to the 40, to the 35-yard line, to the 30. Now late flag coming in. Well, that's a very late flag coming in. But they're all the way down to our 29-yard line.
I'm wondering if they're going to call a block in the back on that play because there was an Albertville player kind of went sailing airborne, and that's the only play in the area where the yellow Yankee went down.
Yeah, I saw that too, John, but it was awful late. Yeah, that's what they call it.
Sure
the block
was.
In the back. I guess his flag got stuck over there and he couldn't get his flag out of his pants.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this a second ago, guys. When your 8th grade quarterback gets up after a sack and then comes out the next play and fires one over here and like you said, throws the ball before Hunter comes out of his break, makes a great throw. He's a special kid to be an 8th grader. But I was thinking about this too. How nervous is his parents sitting up here with him running around down here being in 8th grade against all these big boys?
Yeah, a lot of the guys are going to be playing college ball next year. And Chambers, I got to think eventually he will. He's a great defensive back, but this is a good Sparkman team. An 8th grade quarterback. Zuniga's very talented. I mean, he's facing some beast out there tonight. So Sparkman ball back at the 48-yard line. Quick pass, left side, down the sideline. Got him. Great pass and catch. He's going to step out of bounds at the Aggie 24-yard line.
Great job by the wide receiver, matched up against Emmanuel Hardaway on the far boundary. Barry, I think that was number 4, Rozier. He runs Hardaway off, back shoulder throw. He knows where to stop. Emmanuel Hardaway can't get turned around quick enough. Pitch and catch all the way down into the 24.
3:11 to go in the half. Scott back to pass, looks left side, throws it to the end zone, going up, off the fingertips, flags are down, incomplete. They're going to call a penalty, so it's probably going to be against the Aggies. Had a little like good coverage to me. Off the fingertips, I guess they're going to say maybe the defensive back was holding him.
I think they went back to the same exact play, but except this time I watched the wide receiver. It was a stutter and go. So you come out of your break, you stutter your feet a little bit. Barry, looks like we're going to get a holding penalty. There's a flag down in the end zone.
It's a pass interference on them on the offense.
Okay, so maybe the receiver was doing a little shoving himself that time.
And look, guys, our cornerbacks, I know Hardaway's covered one deep route. I think Scott's covered one, and right then, was it number 4, Peyton Jones?
Yep.
Look, they're in good coverage. They're in their hip pocket. It's not like they're outrunning them.
No.
These guys are making really good plays on the football.
They are step for step with them. All the way back to the 39-yard line. They got to take it to the 14. So it's 1st and 25, 3:04 to go in the half. Quarterback Scott hands off up the middle, bounces off one man, breaks the tackle, 30-29. He picks up a good chunk of yardage, well short of the first down, 2nd and long coming up.
Had a blitz coming along the near side, and I thought for a minute that the running back was somehow going to get out of that. Peyton Jones does a great job getting back in the play after he kind of ran himself off and made that tackle.
2nd and 15. Scott drops back, rolls right side. Pressure. He's rolling right, flags down, throws down the sideline, got his man to the end zone. Yes, but where the flag is, that's got to be offensive holding.
Yeah, there's a pulling guard that was leading the quarterback here on a rollout, and they're going to get a hold, and it was. Outside linebacker for Albertville going to come up and make the play, but the front side pulling guard hooks the linebacker, Barry, and kind of pulls him down right in front of the white hat. Kind of an easy play to make.
Sparkman has talent, no doubt, but if they keep him getting penalized like this, there's no way down the stretch they can be competitive towards the end of the season.
No, they're going to fill my sheet up tonight if they keep going like this.
How many penalties do they have?
That would make 12.
Wow.
And, Barry, you know what the number one thing that Coach Watson told me on Wednesday when we had a chance to chat that he wanted, I call them areas of improvement. You know what his number one thing was? We cannot make the mental mistakes and play undisciplined football.
Yeah.
And you said it. Tonight they're probably going to get away with it. But later on through the 7A region play, it's going to be hard to have X amount of penalties and get out of there with a win.
They take the touchdown off, move it back to the 39-yard line, 2:21 to go in the half. Bodies are moving everywhere. No flag. The wide receiver moved, stepped up, and came back, but no flag. Back to pass. Looks. He's going to tuck it and run. Spins, gets away from one man. Good hit at the 30-yard line. Who was I think that was Peyton Jones that brought him down.
It's 45. Ethan Owens with a shot on the play.
So it's a good run to the 30. It's going to be still 3rd down and long. They got to go to the 14-yard line. So another flag on the play.
Yes.
Wow.
And now I think Coach Morrison across the way, he's giving it to the line judge on his side. But, I mean, once again, we can look up here from our vantage point and we can see, and once again, I think it's just sloppy play sometimes by the offensive linemen. I think they're just kind of thinking that they're bigger and stronger, but they're reaching and grabbing against a quicker defensive front right now.
Well, John, that one happened in front of me. It was actually a receiver. He got our guy to the sideline over here, and they basically had to take his shoulder pads off and turn them back around. I mean, his uniform is all messed up from he was being held so bad. So the coach doesn't have a whole lot to gripe about over there.
Back to the 41-yard line again, so it's 2nd and 27 with 1:44 to go in the half. 2nd and longs, Sparkman up 29-0. Scott, the quarterback from the gun, drops back, has time, now steps up, rolls. He's going to run with it, 35 to the 30, down the middle, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he will walk into the end zone. This using his athletic ability and taking it to the house.
Well, that was a quarterback who dropped back in the pocket, wide receivers going deep. He stepped up in the pocket. Offensive line did a great job of clearing everything out in front of him. And Barry, once they did that, he literally saw the Aggies on the goalpost in front of him, takes off, nothing but green grass down the middle of the field. All of the defenders in the defensive backcourt, man-to-man coverage, they're trying to rally to get back, but not enough speed for the Albertville defensive backcourt to rally back into it.
Even with all those penalties, they still get in the end zone, Chris. Well, they're giving us chances to stop that drive. So now for the point after, 35-0, 1:27 to go on the half. So waiting for the PAT. Good snap, got it down, kick is up. And it is no good. We'll take a timeout, 1:27 to go on the half, 35-0 Sparkman. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
With gas prices and inflation at an all-time high, Alexander Ford understands it's tough out there. We do not want to be just some dealership, we want to be your dealership. For all your sales, parts, and service needs, we believe we can save you money. We have new inventory on the way, a fully stocked parts department, and an award-winning service department.
Alexander Ford has been family-owned and operated for over 50 years in Boaz. We want to be a part of your family.
At the Carpet Store, Highway 431 in Albertville, we're more than just our name. Sure, we're carpet, but we're so much more. We're ceramic floors, showers, backsplashes. We're hardwood, laminate, and luxury vinyl tile. We're installation supplies, vinyl flooring, and remnants. Why not visit our beautiful showroom and let our professional sales staff show you all the things we are? The Carpet Store, Mosley Flooring, Highway 431 in Albertville, where we're so much more than just our name.
1:27 to go on the half. Sparkman strikes again, and despite all the penalties. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford scoring drive.
Sparkman starting at Albertville's 48-yard line. 6 plays, 48 yards later. Scott takes it 41 of those 48 yards. And right now has not been the night for the extra points for Sparkman. They miss another one, but extend their lead out to 35-0 here late in the second quarter.
Here's the kick. High kick. Deep kick, Hardaway back into the end zone, and that's where he has no fear. Even 2 yards deep, he wanted to run that thing.
Yeah, he's a tough-nosed
kid,
guys, and we got to talk to him a lot the other Wednesday night. He's a great kid.
He is.
Going back to Sparkman, guys, I'm just sitting here thinking about it. I can't remember a more athletic team that I've seen maybe in the last 2 years. This is a team that can get in the playoffs and go and play those Birmingham teams and really compete with them if they'll clean up a lot of the penalty stuff.
Well, and Coach, when I look at them, they just have a massive offensive line. They've got a defensive line and linebacker core that are, junior seed and you're laden, so they've been there in the battles. And like you said, just clean up a few things here and there, and I think they have a chance to be a pretty good run, 7-8 run in the playoffs.
Our Aggie football, first down and 10 from the 20. Zuniga, Havis behind him, the lone setback, 2 receivers. Low snap, hands it to Havis. Havis to the 20, 21, 22, 24. A gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6, Albertville.
Yeah, just coming here along the near boundary, got him behind the blockers. I believe that was number 76, Colton Battles, leading the way along with Christian Ramirez. They were able to kind of get the right side of the defensive line of Sparkman on skates, push them back. Havis north and south, good 4-yard gain.
How about this one? Sardis leads A-Rab 14-7 at the half.
Wow.
Sardis has got a quarterback, guys.
Yep.
He's a really, really good one.
Sardis has a good team, good coaching staff, making some noise. Aggies letting the play clock wind down. Game clock at 45-44. Second down and 6, maybe the last snap of the half. Zuniga hands it. Havis bounces left side, gets away around one man, runs over him. 30, 35, 37. He just ran over that defensive back all the way to the 37, first down.
Boy, you talk about hard-nosed running by Havis. Does get able to bounce it outside this time, just inside the numbers and the near boundary, lowers his shoulder, up comes the defensive back. I don't think he wants any more of Havis as he absolutely runs over him at about the 32-yard line and gets it into the 36.
How many yards for Havis, Chris?
Now Havis 13 carries, 39 yards.
He's getting going now. The offensive line doing a good job. Aggies will have to snap it one more time. 15 seconds, 14. Play clock down to 10, so one more snap. It's 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line. Zuniga to Havis again. They wrap him up in the backfield. Backwards he'll go, and that will wind down the clock, and the first half is over. We'll take a time at the half. Sparkman on top, 35-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
You walk in the door, it's a hometown atmosphere, just a great place to purchase a vehicle.
We're going to do what we say we're going to do.
I've been a customer for over 8 years and I love it.
The customer can relax and feel like that there's no pressure.
We've had a very good experience. I will come back here to buy whatever cars that we are going to buy in the future.
We don't try to steer you in a different direction.
For us, we don't need to go anywhere else.
We want everyone that walk in that feel like they're at home, that they're part of our family. Because at Sand Mountain Toyota, we are more than a dealership.
Screwdriver.
Screwdriver.
Pliers.
Pliers.
Phone. Care can be distracting.
Phone.
That's why our new Whirlpool Smart Range lets you care smarter with control from anywhere. So life doesn't revolve around your range.
Give me that Phillips screwdriver, would you, kiddo?
Every day, care. Whirlpool.
Your local source for Whirlpool products and service is Bond's Appliance in Gunnersville.
The high school band is under the direction of Dr. Taylor Cash, Aaron Saxon, Josh Anderson, Missy Lindley, and Nathan Haskew. The color guard instructors are Ansley Cash and Cassidy Bailey. The dance line instructor is Lindsay Beck, and our percussion instructor is Brian Crawford. Tonight, we are proud to present our 2023 show titled Hold My Hand. We begin with Easy on Me by Adele and continue the opener with I Lived by One Republic. The show continues with Hold My Hand by Lady Gaga and concludes with The Story of My Life by One Direction and Never Break by John Legend. The Aggie Bears under the field direction of drum major Owen Thibodeau. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the award-winning Albertville High School Aggie Band. march of the 2024 Rose Parade in Pasadena, California. In front of millions of people.
Everything that we do, we try to do the right thing, you know, on our core values and our statement of purpose. That's the way we live each day.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
Natural gas appliances from your Marshall County Gas District gives your home the clean, comfortable feel of natural gas. And you can get great rebates on brand new natural gas appliances. Gas furnace, a $1,000 rebate. Tankless water heaters, $300. Clothes dryer or gas lights, $200. Cooktop range, $100. Plus $50 back on lights, grill, logs, and wall heaters. Call your Marshall County Gas office for more details. With locations in Arab, Albertville, and Guntersville. Or call toll free at 1-800-552-1382.
Natural gas.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
You know, Coach Karcher, once again, we've talked about his expertise at the collegiate level and even playing at the pro level. Wouldn't surprise me if they got some schemes going on, maybe a couple of different wrinkles to show coming out of the halftime locker room. But once again, I do believe because of the mistakes and the penalties that he will still be going up against probably mostly the first-string defense. So once again, going back to what Coach Brown told me earlier today, and through the week when we had a chance to chat, is we're just going to have to keep it between the tackles, get the tough, ugly yards that nobody really talks about, and drive it. And one of his key components, and I don't think that we've been able to do this, but a couple of times, Barry, is he wants drives to last over 5 minutes. And I don't think we've been able to sustain too many of those drives today going past that 5-minute mark. And the reason why he wants to do that is to shorten the game down and try to get this thing into the fourth quarter. Now you try to win the second half, Barry. When you look at it, you just try to get this young team and say, hey, probably not going to win the whole game, but can we win the second half?
All right, Sparkman will kick off. As far as injuries, Keith, the only one we really saw, Jacob Laughlin, I don't think played much or any at all in the first half, did he?
No, and that's that's one of them freak things, man. You know, you come out here and you're trying to warm up. He has had a little bit of a bum ankle, but I don't think this is an ankle. He had ice on his foot, so he comes out here and he's trying to warm up and just steps wrong, tweaks his foot, and puts him out for the ball game.
All right, set to go. Hardaway back deep, high kick, deep kick. Hardaway goes back to the goal line, and it takes a bounce back into the field of play to 5, to the 10. Hardaway, they're going to wrap him up finally at the 18-yard line. Yeah, that's the way it's kind of been. The ball should have bounced into the end zone. It hits the 2 and comes back upfield instead of going into the end zone.
It checked up like a golf ball, didn't it?
Hit like perfectly on the green, but still good return by Hardaway. I like the way he returns kicks. He doesn't just dance around, go side to side.
Yes.
He goes straight up the middle.
Marion, when we're coming out of the halftime kickoff, what about this? Fort Payne leading at the half over Gadsden City 27-24. Brewer over East Limestone 14-0. In our region, James Clemens over Huntsville 24-14. And once again, you called the Sardis Arab game earlier.
Wow. Sardis leading at the half. So we'll have all the scores following our game with the high school football scoreboard. Here comes the Aggies. Zuniga, your quarterback. Havis stands beside him. Sparkman, 4-man front. In motion, Scott, the snap, back to pass. Looks, pressure's coming. Gets a block. Then he's going down back at the 5-yard line. Didn't have enough time. And looking downfield, the two receivers, nobody even close to being open. I think you've got to run short patterns right now to even have a chance.
Well, and Zuniga should have kept coming toward this near boundary, Barry, and he tried to reverse out of it. I think Christian Ramirez knew which way his quarterback was rolling, and he pushed the defender back toward the middle of the field. And when Zuniga reversed his field, he just literally ran into where Christian Ramirez was blocking his player, and that is a huge loss on first down.
Back to the 10-yard line, loss of 9, second and 19, just underway, third quarter. Aggies trailing 35-0 with the ball. The snap to Zuniga, hands off to Havis, stops, hits the middle, nowhere to go but backwards. Their D-line, they're kind of keying on Havis now, knowing he pretty much is our offense. That time, nowhere to go but backwards, another loss of a yard.
And once again, we talked about the starters of that defensive group. That is who Coach Morrison put back on the field. And Barry, that time, penetration through the gaps. And I actually think they had a slant kind of coming to the near boundary. Were able to get into some of those gaps along the offensive line. And Havis, as soon as he got the ball, there was just a sea of white standing there in front of him.
3rd and 19. Got to be careful here. We've already turned it over twice inside of our 30-yard line. 10:29 to go in the third. Aggies with the ball first here in the second half, going backwards, 3rd and 19. Zuniga hands off to Havis. Stops, cuts, back to the middle. Line of scrimmage. That is it. Back to the line. Their big defensive line. Right now we're getting no push at all. No gain. 4th down coming up.
And once again, Barry, you just alluded to it, is that our offensive line in that area around the trenches just cannot get any movement against a far superior. And why is it far superior, Barry? Because they're juniors and seniors, right? And we're a lot of youngsters and just can't get any movement up front. Running back gets to the line of scrimmage trying to find a gap, and there's no gap for him to go. And Albertville comes out of the halftime locker room, Jink, and on the stat board it's going to be -11.
Wow.
4th down, Zuniga back in the end zone. He'll punt it away. 9:41 to go in the third. The kick, low, line drive, away from the deep man, takes a bounce straight up. So it touched one of the Sparkman players, but did he fall on it? It bounced into him. He wasn't paying attention. They get a lucky break because it almost bounced into the hands of one of our players. That was a break for them big time. It hit him. He wasn't even looking.
We had more players around the ball than they did, too.
And he fell just perfectly on top of it, so they get a break. They recover it on the 35-yard line as if they need a break.
Barry, just going to let you know another couple of scores coming in from maybe of interest to our readers, to our listeners. Virgil Grissom High School leading Bob Jones. What about this one? 21-0 Grissom. And my beloved Etowah Blue Devils. When's the last time you heard this, Jink? Fultondale 40, Etowah 3 at the half.
Wow. 1st and 10. Sparkman from the 36-yard line. Quarterback pitch back left side end around, tries to cut the corner. There's a block in the back, no flag. 30, 25 to the 20. There's no flag down, but he's going to take it all the way to the 20-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 16 yards.
Yeah, it is kind of a little trickeration. Wide receiver lines up here along the near boundary, goes across the formation with a toss behind him. Got some great linemen along the left side, kind of mowing the Albertville Aggies back. Gets north and south, gain of about 14, 15, Barry.
Quarterback Scott with the run. It's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 19-yard line. 9:11 to go in the third. Sparkman on the move. Knocking on the door again, trying to take their opening drive into the end zone. 35-0 lead already. Quarterback Jaden Scott out of the shotgun. 2 receivers right side. 1 man in motion. Drops back. Looks. Now pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Rolling. They got him. He gets away. Still rolling. Still looking. Throws into the end zone. Knocked away. Good defensive play back there for the Aggies. That was Peyton Jones. Got a hand on it and knocked it away, Keith.
Yeah, it was great. And you talking about a tough play, too, because he had to stay with that receiver for a long time. And he was able to stay with him, stay in his hip pocket, not able to get pressure on the quarterback right there. And he follows him all the way across the field, able to knock that ball away.
And, Keith, did you not notice – I really, truly believe that the quarterback was told to either throw it or he wanted to throw it because there was ample time for he to be able to run the ball down the field.
Second down and 10 on the incomplete pass. Quick pass right side. Got his man out of the backfield. 20, stops, cuts 15 to the 13. Good tackle from behind. Laredo brings him down. It's a good game, but it's short of the first. Gain of about 7, 3rd down and 3.
Swing pass to the back out of the backfield comes here along the near boundary. 2 wide receivers blocking in front. But Barry, you alluded to it. Great play by Laredo coming downhill, able to make that tackle at about the 12-yard line.
3rd down and maybe 3. Scott hands off. First man going to be hit in the backfield. He'll fall forward. A gain of 2, but it's 4th down. Good job. I couldn't see who the Aggie was. Was that Felis?
Yeah, Elijah Felis.
So it's short, a gain of about 1.5 yards. It's 4th and a long 1. I would think they would go. Let's see. Why not? Maybe work on some kind of 4th and short situation you would have. You might need later in the season. It's 4th and about 1.5 yards. The ball is right around the 10.5 yard line. They've got to take it to about the 9, so it's 4th and about 1.5 yards. Quarterback Scott from the gun. And everybody comes across. 1, 2, 3. Good job by Scott pulling the Aggies off sides.
Once again, Coach Brown he puts his hand over his face, and you've got to know that Coach Harper, the defensive coordinator, has told his defense what they're going to try to do because they've seen other teams do it to you on film.
Yep.
You have to watch the ball, and those are interior linemen, Barry, that are jumping, that are looking at the ball.
Boy, that hurts. Back to the action. Quick pass to the end zone. Goes up, got it. Touchdown. 1-on-1 in the end zone. Beautiful pass and catch. Touchdown. And Sparkman scores again.
Had single coverage with Rozier, the wide receiver, here along the near boundary against Emmanuel Hardaway. Quarterback takes the snap, man on man, throws it to a point. Hardaway's turned around. Rozier, the wide receiver, sees it, looks it all the way into his hands in the back corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Sparkman.
41-0, 7:32 opening drive for Sparkman here in the second half, straight down the field. Nice pass. This is not even the starting quarterback. Scott has gone the whole way. Next week, Sparkman at home against Grissom. The snap, kick up in the air, and it's good. We'll take a time at 7:32 to go in the third. Sparkman strikes again, 42-0 lead. You're listening to Albertville football on Power 107.5.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
With gas prices and inflation at an all-time high, Alexander Ford understands it's tough out there. We do not want to be just some dealership, we want to be your dealership. For all your sales, parts, and service needs, we believe we can save you money. We have new inventory on the way, a fully stocked parts department, and an award-winning service department.
Alexander Ford has been family owned and operated for over 50 years in Boaz. We want to be a part of your family.
At the Carpet Store, Highway 431 in Albertville, we're more than just our name. Sure, we're carpet, but we're so much more. We're ceramic floors, showers, backsplashes. We're hardwood, laminate, and luxury vinyl tile. We're installation supplies, vinyl flooring, and remnants. Why not visit our beautiful showroom and let our professional sales staff show you all the things we are? The Carpet Store, Mosley Flooring, Highway 431 in Albertville, where we're so much more than just our name.
Welcome back. Sparkman takes their opening possession down the field, put 7 more points on the board. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford scoring drive.
Yes, Sparkman starting at the Albertville 36-yard line, 6 plays, 36 yards later. Scott to Rozier from 4 yards out. Extra point up and good. Early here in the third quarter, Senators extend their lead to 42-0.
Gilbert and Ball Ford, where Fords really do cost less in Albertville. 42 zip. 7:32 to go, third quarter. Hardaway back at the 5-yard line. He's been one of the big bright spots tonight on his returns.
He sure has.
Good kick, back deep. Hardaway goes back to the end zone, through the end zone, and we'll start on the 20-yard line. So the Aggies will come out. Now, Havis, he's been the workhorse. How many carries does he have tonight, Chris?
15 so far.
Wow.
You know, guys, when I'm sitting here looking, the first, let's see, Sparkman's, I'm looking right here at one drive that got the field goal. That started in their own territory, but then touchdown was in Albertville's territory, another touchdown. So they've had 4 touchdowns that have started in Albertville's territory. You can't expect to win 7A games allowing the other offense to start on your side of the 50-yard line.
Yep.
And I'm sure that Coach Harper knows that, as does the defensive coaches, and we just got to work on that with this young squad.
Sparkman, 5 men on the line. They're just waiting for the Aggies to run, and there we go. The handoff to Havis. He avoids one man, bounces off right side, 25 to the 30, tripped up, diving for a first down. They knew we were going to run, but give a lot of credit to Havis. Gains 11 yards and a first down.
Yeah, I mean, Havis, literally the defensive line had kind of beaten the offensive line, but maybe enough where the offensive line was able to stalemate them just enough to let Havis kind of reverse his field, get out the back door, backside defensive end for Sparkman, lost contain, and Havis gets out to the outside, needed 10, gained 12, first down, Barry.
31-yard line, first down and 10. This time 2 backs in the backfield. Laredo checks in, stands beside Zuniga. Havis behind Zuniga. Sparkman 5-man front. Zuniga looks, left side, throws, got his man Hunter Smith. Short gain. That's a tough 2 yards. He went up high, made the catch. He was pushed while in the air, falls down a gain of 2.
And you talk about, Coach, you alluded to it, where Sparkman's not giving any respect to the wide receivers up in the face of Hunter Smith. Hunter just making an absolutely wonderful 3-yard catch.
Yeah, it's a tough way to get 2 or 3 yards. He went up and caught that one. But, yeah, again, I mean, that short pass really isn't there. He just had to go up and make a play on it.
Second down and 8. Aggies using all the play clock they can each snap. 6:49 to go in the quarter. Play clock down to 6, down to 5, down to 4. Now the snap, turns, fakes the handoff, rolls right side, throws, got his man. Oh, that was a great play call. They threw it to the tight end, threw it short, incomplete, third down.
And I think, Coach, correct me if I'm wrong, it looked like our tight end got a hand on it and the ball batted up in the air kind of precariously. I thought for a minute that the safety coming up to make that play might have had that interception for Sparkman.
Well, and yeah, you're exactly right. But that was well read by their defense. They saw that coming, smelled it out, and that play really wasn't there. I think they only saw that play one time in the first half, but great defensive play by them.
So third down call. 2 men wide right side, 2 backs in the backfield. Clock stopped, 6:40 to go in the third quarter. Zuniga rolls right side, looks to the middle, nobody there. Those back right side, nobody there. He just had to get rid of it there. He could see nobody was going to be able to get open. He just got rid of it and chunked it. It'll be fourth down.
Well, and that's one thing that Coach Brown said, that he's got. Guys, we got an 8th grade quarterback, and that is our guy, and he's going to, as Coach Brown said to me on the phone this morning, you ready for this? He's our dude. He's our dude we're going to have all season. And right there, I think Dude realized that I'm rolling out to the far boundary. There is nothing but white shirts around me, and I need to chunk the ball over and try to hit the Sparkman Gatorade cooler. He did that outside the pocket, no grounding, lived to fight another day, and pumped this ball away.
Fourth down, they'll punt it. Deep man back around midfield. Zuniga, high snap. Plenty of time. High kick, short kick. Not returnable, really. He's going to almost hit another Sparkman man, and Aggies will down the ball on the 46-yard line. Scoring update, Arab and Sardis tied 14-14 midway third quarter.
That's a good football game, baby.
Sure is. That's a big region game. 47-yard line, that's where Sparkman's going to start. We'll see if they start making some subs in and out. Plenty of football left, 6.5 to go third quarter.
This will be the first drive in their last 4 drives, Barry, that has started on their side of midfield. So the other 3 drives have been short fields, all resulting in touchdowns. And Barry, this one's just barely over as they start at their own 47.
So in the game, this is bad field position for Sparkman, but it's still on their 47-yard line. First down, quick pass. Scott throws left side, got his man wide open, 45-50, 45-40, clotheslined around the 39-yard line, but he has enough for a Sparkman first down.
Quarterback gets the ball in his hands, fires it out to number 3, the receiver along the far side. That's Nance. Nance goes north and south. You've got a safety and you've got a corner, both lined up on the receivers. Receivers are getting great blocks downfield. This is going to be a man-on-man tackle, and Hunter Smith comes from the free safety position to make that touchdown-saving tackle.
38-yard line, low snap, hands off. The only back, 35 to the 30, fighting to the 29-28. Ramirez there, one of the Aggie tacklers. On the bottom of the pile looks like Hunter Smith. It's going to be close to another first down. I believe he's got it, a gain of 10. And we have a heat timeout. We'll take a timeout when we come back. Sparkman driving. They're on our side of the field. 5:57 to go in the third. They're up 42-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. We offer only the top quality Black Canyon Angus beef, Swift natural fresh pork, grade A Kegel fresh chicken, smoked, processed, and frozen meat items. One of the most popular promotions at Piggly Wiggly is our Pick 5 meat program. Purchase a single pack of meat and pay our everyday low price, or purchase 5 packages marked with the bright red Pick 5 label for just $19.99. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
We know you're looking for a reliable vehicle.
Heading to work? Headed to play. Taking the grandkids to the beach.
Every vehicle comes with a warranty for the length of the contract.
And you get a Carfax with every purchase.
We make everything easy, from the application to the approval or to the payments. We're not your ordinary buy here, pay here dealer.
Established in 1946, Kirkpatrick Concrete has a tradition of top quality products and service. They now have 11 North Alabama locations to meet this area's demand for quality ready-mix concrete. For your next project, your friends at Kirkpatrick Concrete are just down the road.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Thank you.
Coming out of the heat time, it's a beautiful night, but I think they're pretty much, they have to do this for at least the first half of the season. But it's a nice night. 42-0 Sparkman on top coming out of the timeout. They're looking at a 1st and 10 on our 28-yard line.
And Barry, realize that we have some players that are getting into this game. Elijah Loris, St. 5'10", 180-pound junior making it into the game. A couple other new faces checking in, but you're checking in against a behemoth of an offensive line.
Jaden Scott, the quarterback, drops back. Quick pass right side. Got his man complete. Gets a block. 25-20. Flags down. 15. Ooh, Hunter Smith. Yeah, Hunter's going to get a little flag there. He grabbed him by the back of the first. There's a horse collar. Then he throws him out of bounds. So there's about 3 penalties, 2 on Hunter and 1 against Sparkman.
Yeah, I think you're going to get a hold. The wide receivers, another bubble screen here along the near boundary, and they were just going to get a holding call. And then as they were going out of bounds, I believe you get a little frustration right there from Hunter Smith, who's playing his guts out there. And Coach Brown and he are having a counseling session here at about the 22-yard line. And just kind of little extracurricular activity outside of the bounds there right in front of you, Keith.
Yeah, I thought he was going to try to stop, but he kind of continued that tackle on outside, on outside the red too. So that's just easy call for them to make. And like you said, they were going to back them up 10, and instead of that, it's going to offset. So, just a mistake.
It's kind of a double penalty on him. One, they hit him by the horse collar first when he grabbed him out of bounds. Then he just slung him. So they're going to mark off the Sparkman penalty first, then the personal foul Albertville. So you go one way, then you go the other. So
I think it may end up being about a net 6 or 7 yard gain for Sparkman when it's all said and done with, Barry.
Yep, all the way to the 13. Gunnersville now leads Douglas 28-7. Second half. We'll have all the scores coming up after this game. Here we go. First down, Sparkman on our 13-yard line. 5:50 to go, third quarter. Scott, quarterback, hands off up the middle. They pop at the line of scrimmage, stand him up. Laredo's there, Ramirez there. A couple of Aggies also. I think number 81 got in on it. Cooper McClendon, and no gain.
Actually, a really good job by Christian Ramirez right there, sliding down the line of scrimmage, made the first contact. Laredo and then the other Aggies rallying around to make the tackle. And Barry, for the first time in a while, I mean, absolutely stalemated Sparkman, no yards on first down.
Haven't seen a lot of the back we thought would see, Thomas. He only played about one, maybe two possessions, but they haven't needed him. You know, why not rest him if they have any kind of injury at all? Save them for next week, and even next week they play Grissom, so you think they make it to save them again for 2 weeks.
Now, Coach Brown's going to be upset here that his defensive line jumped into the neutral zone. However, he is going to get bailed out, I believe, because the guard of Sparkman jumped off sides before the snap of the ball. So I think they're actually, they're going to call it illegal procedure against Sparkman. So, Barry, even though Coach Brown's upset, he knows that he got bailed out by the guard of Sparkman.
Well, like you said, he pulled both those guys out, both Aggies out, because even though we got bailed out, you got to watch the ball, guys. It's been an all-year thing, you know, and every team saw the Arab film, saw the Boaz film, and they're going to do the same thing to us because we keep falling for it.
They back it up 5. It'll be 2nd and 15 from the 18-yard line. 4:51 to go, third quarter. Scott, quarterback, the snap. Takes the handoff left side, throws incomplete, led his man a little too much, and it'll be third down coming up.
Yeah, what about that? Coach Harper calling up a corner blitz, and who he brought in was Peyton Jones. Peyton getting literally a straight run at the quarterback. Quarterback having to get rid of it, but because Peyton Jones was coming downhill at him in his face, he just had to dump it off quickly, and when he did, dumped it into the feet of the wide receiver, incomplete.
Still 18-yard line, third down 15. 42-0 Sparkman leads, 4:43 to go, third quarter.
Big third down, guys. This is a huge win right here if we can get them off the field, make them kick it.
So far we gave up the 7 points here in the second half. See if we can stop them here. Scott, man in motion, hands off, mix up in the backfield. They run together, don't matter. He's got room to the 16, 11-yard line. They bump together in the backfield. He gets about 7 yards, but it's going to be 4th and long.
And guys, where sometimes you would think that works to your advantage, sometimes it can actually work to your disadvantage. But you got to credit number 7, Jordan Laredo, 5'9", 190-pound junior, tracking the running back down and able to come in and make a great tackle. Because, Coach, I think if he misses that tackle, I think he's going on to the end zone.
Yeah, we've talked about Jordan a lot this year. He's just a ball player, okay?
Yep.
You can play him all over the field, and he's going to make plays. And like you said, John, I think he saved a touchdown right there.
Sparkman going to go. It's 4th down and 8 from our 11-yard line. Quarterback Scott out of the gun. Turns, hands off up the middle to the 9, to the 5. They stop him at the 5. He will not get the first down. The middle of the Aggie defense making the stop there. 2, 3, 4 Aggies. You've got Dalrymple on the play, Felis on the play, and many more.
What a great job there because they were trying to get the first down inside the 3-yard line. They got the Albertville Aggies kind of on skates. The linebacker core comes up to engage, and all of a sudden it turns into a rugby scrum, and Albertville guts it out and stops the rugby scrum at the 6, 2 yards shy of the first down. Great stop there by the Albertville defense.
And in case you're thinking, no, that was not their second string. That was still the starters in the game for Sparkman. It's a good job of the Aggie defense stopping them on downs. He'll take over. 3:43 to go, third quarter. 42-0 Sparkman. Aggies take over. The ball is on the 6-yard line, but at least the Aggies have the football. And Sparkman did not get in the end zone.
Hey, at this point, guys, you know, we talked about it coming out of halftime. It's small victories. It's getting a win where you can, trying to stay positive and keep playing, and we did that on that play, on that drive right there.
Here we go, Aggies with Zuniga out of the gun. Havis standing behind him about 2 yards deep in the end zone. Hunter Smith wide left, has a different man guarding him now, so they've got a few new players in on defense. Hands off to Havis. Havis dances around 6, 7, 8-yard line. Gets out of the end zone back to the 8, so a gain of about 2.
Barry, a couple of new numbers up there on that defensive front. But, guys, that even those second wave guys that are coming in, still very large and still very fast as they were able to kind of stalemate the line of scrimmage. But credit Xavier Havis found a little bit of a seam, able to get up between the center and the guard gap there. Linebacker comes in to make the tackle, but a great 2-yard gain.
Looks like a lot of their 2s are in the game now. Second down and 8, Albertville. Ball is on the 8-yard line. Zuniga out of the gun. Play clock down to 7, down to 6. using all the clock they can. Now the snap, hands it to Havis. He'll bounce it right side. Stiff arm around the corner. Not much. 10, 11. Got all of that on his own. Is that a flag on the far side of the field? See a flag way over there, I believe, next to the chains. It's a gain of about 3, almost 4 for Havis, but let's see what the flag is. Could almost be an offensive face mask, the way he reached out and put his hand. I couldn't see if he actually grabbed the face mask. I don't know what it is. There was really nobody over there blocking for him.
Well, it's going to be against the Aggies because I saw the coach Morrison across the way decline it. It's an illegal formation.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we had a tight end that took a step back and got off the line of scrimmage. We may have too many in the backfield right there.
So take away the gain of about 4. Are they going to take the play?
Yeah, they declined it.
They declined the
gotcha.
penalty.
Okay, well, 3rd and 4. 2:45 to go in the quarter. 3rd down and doable from about the 12-yard line. We're going the other way now on our 12-yard line. Zuniga, they're coming after him. Quick drop back to pass. Pressure coming left side. Hunter Smith pushing, shoving. No flag down. They were both kind of doing it, so that's a good no call. Incomplete at midfield.
Well, I know what Hunter Smith was trying to draw the flag, but Barry, it's kind of hard to draw the flag when number 37, who's the new defensive back, Will Robinson, checks in, but Will was looking back at the quarterback, saw the ball coming in the entire way. Hunter trying to draw a flag. In upcoming, I believe this will be 4th down.
No, guys, it looks like there was a roughing the passer on the play here, so we're going to get a first.
So add one more penalty to that. So they bail us out again, give us a new set of downs.
And, Barry, you know why that's big? Not only does it give us a first down, but it gets us out of the shadow of our own goalpost. Our punter, once again, Zuniga, would have probably lined up about a yard deep in the end zone, punting that out. So, man, what a great job for even if you don't get it, the change in field position.
All the way to the 27-yard line, 2:32 remaining 3rd quarter. Aggies with a new set of downs, 1st down and 10 from the 27. Scored just in. Sardis now leading A-Rap 20-14 late 3rd quarter. Zuniga back to pass, rolls, looks, throws left side. Smith there. That one should be a flag.
That's a defense.
Now, the ball was almost thrown out of bounds, but the defender grabbed Hunter by the jersey and just kind of held him.
Yeah, just kind of a deep out route. Zuniga throwing it here along the near boundary. Hunter knows where he's going. This time the defensive back, not looking in the backfield, reached up with his backside hand and tugged on the jersey, and his play side hand actually pulled the shoulder pad of Hunter, and it was the back judge back here that saw all of those infractions through the little yellow hanky. And 2 times, guys, all of a sudden, back-to-back plays. Isn't that right? Back-to-back plays. We've been able to get 30 yards due to penalties.
So we'll take it. 1st down, 42-yard line. 2:27 to go in the quarter. Aggies, thanks to the penalties, putting together a drive. Hey, we'll take it. In the close games down the stretch for Sparkman, these penalties will absolutely kill you and knock you out of a game. The snap, Zuniga rolls left side, looks, throws it short, incomplete. Had a man there, he turned him around, incomplete, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
And did you see that, Coach, where Zuniga knows that he's got a couple of Sparkman players lurking in the area, and his receiver got turned around? He threw it back toward the front side of his receiver where only his receiver could get it. No chance for the interception. Headsy play by an 8th grade quarterback.
You nailed it, man. Headsy play by an 8th grade quarterback. He knew it wasn't going to be there. I think his tight end got confused on the route, and he just kind of threw it away where nobody could get to it.
Bryson Parker checks in for the Aggies as a receiver. He's wide left. Hunter Smith over there with him. 2nd and 10, 2:22 to go 3rd quarter. Zuniga from the gun, drops back, has pressure, steps up. Oh, he's going to be buried alive back at the 29-yard line. The Aggies did a good job for a second, but they had 2 more come through, and they couldn't stop them. A big sack on the play.
Yeah, I think this time they got tired of giving away 15-yard penalties, and instead of giving them a chance to get any kind of pass interference, defensive number 11, Chad Melton, a cornerback, senior cornerback, just comes flying up the field. Nowhere for Zuniga to go after he actually tucked and stepped up underneath the initial rusher, but when he did, the corner able to come up and make the tackle, Barry.
3rd down and long. We're on the 34-yard line. Got to take it to the Sparkman 48. So it's 3rd and 18. Got to hurry. 1 second on the play clock. Back to pass. Zuniga throws it deep down the middle. Hunter Smith going up, double covered, intercepted. 45 to the 50. Oh, there's a big-time face mask. There's no penalty. He turned him around with a face mask. How was that not flagged? Or was it?
I wonder if he caught him on the inside part of his shoulder pad rather than his helmet.
There's a flag down.
Is that what it was, Keith? It looked like he.
The flag's thrown way back here.
I was looking at his eye hole for a minute.
Well, Zuniga throws it up to Hunter Smith. Hunter Smith, they got safety coverage over the top, cornerback coverage underneath, kind of bracketed him. Nowhere to go over the top. Corner steps in front, makes the interception, runs it back to about midfield, but it's going to be an illegal block in the back against Albertville, so that will be the ball that will be maintained by Sparkman.
Zuniga's just giving Hunter a chance to make a play. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
as good as a punt. Throw it deep. It's 3rd and long. Worst thing that could happen was that, but still, it's probably better than a punt because he threw it so far. So Sparkman will start on their 41-yard line, 1st down and 10, 1:24 to go in the 3rd. Sparkman takes over. Hands off up the middle. Davis, 45, midfield, 45 to the 40. Breaking tackles all the way down to the 26-yard line. Finally, saving the touchdown was Keegan Thompson.
And if Keegan Thompson does not fight through the block of the wide receiver that's on him and gets back in the middle, that guy is gone all the way for a touchdown. That is a huge, gutsy effort from the sophomore cornerback, Keegan Thompson.
Jabari Davis on the carry. How many yards for Davis tonight, Chris?
Davis, 91 yards on 12 carries.
That was a big one, all the way down to the 27-yard line. Under a minute to go, 3rd quarter.
And, guys, you do realize that that's their 2nd-string running back.
27-yard line, 1st and 10. Scott, the gun, hands off to Davis again. Breaks one tackle, fighting to the 20, to the 19. Laredo hits him, helps bring him down. It's going to be short of the 1st down.
Is that Jabari Davis?
It is.
He's a junior. You think he's making a case that he's going to be the starting running back when Thomas graduates this year?
Wow. That may be the last play of the quarter. I don't think they have to snap it again, and they do not. They're going to go over and get ready for the 4th quarter. So 18-17. When we come back, Sparkman driving again on the Aggie 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd in at about 3. Let's take a timeout. After 3 quarters of play, Sparkman leading 42-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
4th quarter coming up. Sparkman has the ball first. Hands off, 2nd and short. Going to hit the 19 to the 18. Close to a Sparkman 1st down. Davis on the carry. Let's see where they spot it.
What a great play by Reed Kitchens, fighting off his blocker, coming down the line of scrimmage to make the tackle. And, guys, right now, Christian Ramirez checking himself out of the game. He may have a cramp the way he's walking.
Absolutely. So he will check out. It's going to be 3rd in and a yard. They're a yard short. They're on the Aggie 23-yard line, early 4th quarter, 42-0. Sparkman trying to add to it.
Actually, Barry, they're checking Christian Ramirez's neck over here. I hope keep an eye on that for us, Keith.
Yeah. Jaden Scott out of the gun, 3rd and short. Scott turns, hands off, bounces right side, being chased around the corner, gets around the Kitchens to the sideline, to the goal line, and he is in to the end zone. That was just a great run Looks like maybe the third string running back in.
Yeah.
And just an underneath handoff, and Coach Brown said that, they have speed. We have to turn them back inside. 3 wide receivers to the far boundary, all got a block. That means your linebacker's got to make a play. He missed a tackle in the backfield. Reed Kitchens, I thought, had a little bit of an angle on him. He outran that angle and goes into the end zone untouched.
Chad Reynolds in the game, his first carry. Well, this team is deep talent-wise. Touchdown 48-0. Now for the point after. The snap up looks good, and it's good. We'll take a time at 11:12 to go in the game. It's 49-0 Sparkman. You listen to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
You walk in the door, it's a hometown atmosphere, just a great place to purchase a vehicle.
We're going to do what we say we're going to do.
I've been a customer for over 8 years and I love it.
The customer can relax and feel like that there's no pressure.
We've had a very good experience. I will come back here to buy whatever cars that we are going to buy in the future.
We don't try to steer you in a different direction.
For us, we don't need to go anywhere else.
We want everyone that walk in that feel like they're at home, that they're part of our family. Because at Sand Mountain Toyota, we are more than a dealership.
Screwdriver.
Screwdriver.
Pliers.
Pliers.
Phone. Care can be distracting.
Phone.
That's why our new Whirlpool Smart Range lets you care smarter with control from anywhere. So life doesn't revolve around your range.
Give me that Phillips screwdriver, would you, kiddo?
Every day, care. Whirlpool.
Your local source for Whirlpool products and service is Bond's Appliance in Gunnersville.
Zip, here's the scoring drive. The Gilbert and Ball Ford scoring drive for Sparkman.
Yeah, Sparkman starting at their own 41-yard line. 4 plays later, they encompass 59 yards with Reynolds taking care of the last 18 of that into the end zone. Extra point up and good. Sparkman all in control here early in the fourth quarter. 49-0 Senators.
Gilbert and Ball Ford, where Fords really do cost less. In Albertville, 49 zip. Aggies will get the kick early fourth quarter.
I should have said the Senators vetoing the Aggies right now, Barry.
Wow.
Tough crowd.
Arab has just scored to take a 21-20 lead over Sardis.
Man, that game's been back and forth, back and forth.
Boaz went leading their game 28-21 midway fourth quarter.
Well, they're playing Cleveland County, right?
Yes, they are. High kick, short kick. One of the up men coming up has got it 25 to the 30. Good run. 35-yard line knocked out of bounds on the return. That was Bryson Parker. Good job by Bryson. Nice return. Aggies will start decent shape. Well, they just need some points. There's something positive here in the end of the game.
You know, Bryson Parker, 5'9", 140-pound junior, took a lot of guts, Barry, to run up. Now, you're running full speed he started about the 10, running full speed up and catching the ball at about the 19-yard line. And you got a whole bunch of white jerseys bearing down on you. That took a lot of guts to come up and field that ball. Good job there, Mr. Parker.
Yep, he'll stay in. He'll play some receiver. As Zuniga comes out again, Laredo in there. Looks like Laredo is the featured back this time. Hunter Smith wide right side. Parker wide left. Aggies will start on the 34-yard line. First down and 10. 11:08 to go in the game. Play clock down to 3-2. The snap. Zuniga back. Little screen. Laredo's got it. Breaks the tackle. 40. They're going to bring him down at the 40. A gain of 6. Nicely done. A gain of 6. Second and short.
Good job there. I thought they might call a penalty. We have a new offensive lineman in the game. J.D. Sanders, number 74, 6 foot, 200-pound sophomore. who's checked in along that offensive front, letting some of our guys, we got to build depth, right? Only way to get depth and get them in game experience is get them out there. And Mr. Sanders had a pretty decent little block right then.
2nd down and 4 on the 40-yard line, right in front of the big Sparkman band. Zuniga fakes, rolls right side, throws it intercepted, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Pick 6. Zuniga turned, just getting rid of it before the sack, and boy, the defender read it perfectly. Touchdown, Sparkman.
Fakes the underneath handoff, and he's going to run that naked bootleg. But Barry, this time when he turns the naked bootleg, he's got a defensive end bearing down on him, and he's going to learn to eat that ball and not throw it up. And Keith, he just kind of threw it up for grabs. Cornerback saw it, picks it off at about the 38-yard line, and he is gone.
Yeah, it was, and I'm going to be honest with you, he did get rid of it. It might have been not the best throw, but I also think his tight end wandered too far upfield on his route. I think that should have been just like a shoot route. He should have been 3 to 5. He might have been 7 to 9. And so he didn't get any help right there out of his tight end.
Flag is down on the extra point. Point is good, but the penalty, Sparkman, they'll back him up and make him do it again. It's 55-0. Last year, 53-0, Sparkman won. And we still got 10:21 to go. So
Barry, and that was a younger cornerback out there too. So, yeah, I know some people will say, he got excited and kind of jumping as he was going into the end zone. But guys, he's a young cornerback, and I know you don't want to do that in front of the home crowd, and you could hear some people kind of booing a little bit. But he's a junior, and he's getting he's a sophomore, and he's getting a chance to play and got a pick 6. I'd be excited too.
Absolutely. Now they'll back it up. They'll kick it again. The kick, it's up, looks good from here, and it's good. We'll take a timeout. 10:21 to go in the game. It's now 56-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
Everything that we do, we try to do the right thing, own our core values and our statement of purpose. That's the way we live each day.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
Natural gas appliances from your Marshall County Gas District gives your home the clean, comfortable feel of natural gas. And you can get great rebates on brand new natural gas appliances. Gas furnace, a $1,000 rebate. Tankless water heaters, $300. Clothes dryer or gas lights, $200. Cooktop range, $100. Plus $50 back on lights, grill, logs, and wall heaters. Call your Marshall County Gas office for more details. With locations in Arab, Albertville, and Guntersville. Or call toll free at 1-800-552-1382.
Natural gas.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Welcome back. Really no scoring drive at all that time, John. Just a touchdown.
No, the Aggies started their own 35-yard line, 2 plays, and unfortunately, young quarterback kind of throws one out there, and Perry, number 31, for Sparkman. Junior cornerback picks it off, takes it back 38 yards to the house. Extra point up and good. Sparkman, Congress, Senate, it's over. Senators leading this one 56-0. We can go into recess now, Barry.
Well, come see the difference at Gilbert involved. Fords really do call Celeste in Albertville. Here's the kick, high kick, short kick. Hunter Smith, one of the up men's, got it. 30, gets a block, 35, 36. There's a face mask. Yeah, there he goes. He's going to throw it in the middle of the pile. How about this one? Sardis has come back and scored. 10 minutes ago, they lead ARAP 26-21 with 10 minutes to go in the game.
I bet Michael St. John's going nuts.
Oh, I bet he is. That's a good ball game. Now they're going to walk. The Aggies will have their best start of the game. Their ball is on the 37. You throw in the face mask. I guess face mask. I look like it was from here. I don't know. That is going to be the call. But I should put it around midfield.
And it should be it should be your garden variety. It should be no, they're only going to call it a 5-yard face mask, Barry. But wow, he kind of wrenched his neck a little bit. But okay.
How do you get the other one? You have to look through both eye holes?
Yeah, I was going to say you kind of have to pop a neck or something.
Yes, you have to look through both eye holes as your helmet spins around because it just jerked his head around. It's glad he's okay.
I guess if you don't have to go see John Allen Smith, it's 5. If you have to go see John Allen Smith,
wow.
It's 15.
Well, regardless, 42-yard line is the best start the Aggies have had. You've got Zuniga out of the gun. Laredo behind him. Hunter Smith wide right side. They've got a new defensive back. And I would say let's see if Hunter can work on him. Zuniga turns, hands off Laredo up the middle. Oh, they're just waiting on him. That time they just punish their offensive line and bring Laredo back. He didn't much care for the pleasantries at the end of the tackle, and he got up and he was ready to the officials quickly step in. A loss of a yard.
And, guys, I know that we've got some youngsters out there, but just because you're youngsters, you just don't relegate yourself to the fact that we can get whipped up front. And that's all that happened right there, Barry. I mean, it was just literally, and guys, this is like the second, these are the 2s and 3s of Sparkman, and they're dominating that area around the line of scrimmage. And right now, the Albertville offensive line has just got to take a little gumption about them to want to play with a little pride and a little swagger.
I'd go to Hunter Smith. He's got a new guy guarding him. Second down and 11. Zuniga, nope, hands off to Laredo. Good block, 43-44. He gets a little bit out of that one, a gain of 3. It'll be a third down at about 8.
Good job blocking there, but all of a sudden Kyle Beach, the middle linebacker, sophomore, getting a little bit of playing time, kind of slides down the line of scrimmage. Laredo gives him a pop, but those two young men, both very solid-looking football players. Good run, but the middle linebacker takes him down. Third down and long.
I guess you're saying, why aren't they throwing it? Well, one thinking is if you throw it in your incomplete pass, it just delays the game even more. It's the kind of game you want to get over with as soon as possible. 8:52 to go in the game. Zuniga back to pass. Looks for Hunter right side. Throws it to Hunter. Do it behind him. He was being chased. Incomplete at midfield. Zuniga was being chased, just trying to avoid the sack. Incomplete pass.
And Keith right there, the 8th grade quarterback's got to learn to throw that into the bench area because he threw it behind him, and probably very lucky that number 24, Altamirano, doesn't come up for Sparkman and make that interception.
Yeah. Altamirano is apparently having a conversation with Hunter, and he's pointing at the scoreboard and getting a little excited for a younger guy. But, I mean, Zuniga, the outside linebacker comes free. I think our up man misses a block. I mean, he's got to, he's just running for his life back there.
Here's the punt, high kick. Nobody back there. It's going to take a bounce to the 25 to the 20 to the 15, down to the 6. A little curious. I'm glad we don't have it, but usually when you get this big a lead, you have the running clock.
You'd think so.
I'm not sure both schools have to agree on that. I don't know, but usually when you get this kind of lead, that they let the clock run, but that's not happening right now. 8:33 left. Clock is stopped as Sparkman comes out 1st and 10.
Good punt by Zuniga out at about the 39-40-yard line of Albertville, able to hit at about the 17-yard line and rolls all the way into between the 4 and the 5. Worst starting field position for Sparkman. And, guys, you can see that the JV now has checked in. That's much smaller bodies on the field, Coach.
Quarterback stays the same, though. They're staying with Jaden Scott. He's in there. I'm not sure they don't have a number 3 quarterback because he is the backup. He's played the entire game, though. He'll hand off right side, looks for a block, stops, cuts to the 10, flags down, 15, 16, 17. And it's going to be a first down, but there's 2 flags down. It's got to be a holding call. As far as the Aggies go, see if there's any new faces out there. I see that Mason Froelich, he's played a lot tonight, but he's on the field.
Number 21 just checked in. That's Bryson Parker checking back into the game.
Also, Hunter Bowman is out there, number 20.
Who checked in for Hunter Smith back here at the safety? What number is that, Coach? He's turned kind of sideways.
81.
He's played off and on in the game.
That's Cooper McClendon.
Yeah. So it's a penalty against Sparkman. They'll back it up to the 2-yard line, a holding call. So it's 1st and 12 from the 2-yard line. Scott, the quarterback, out of the shotgun, standing in his own end zone. Standing on the Aggies G, hands off up the middle, got a little hole. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. McClendon, one of the Aggies there, making the tackle. It's going to be 2nd and long.
Good job there by Sparkman's offensive line. These are probably, I'm looking down at their numbers and looking at their names. There's a lot of sophomores out there right now, so probably the JV squad. But once again, with the kind of in the shadow of their own goalpost, back about the 2.5-yard line. Good blocking up front. And Barry, looks like we've got some new defensive linemen that have kind of checked into the game.
Yeah, trying to see. One of them is Elijah Loris. He's played a lot, though. Loris Saint's still in there.
Yep.
So it's 2nd down, 2nd and about 5. 7:41 to go in the game. 56-0. Sparkman leads with the ball. Ball snaps over his head, chasing in the end zone. He gets out of the end zone to the 2, to the 5, to the 6. Break for Sparkman. It was a bad snap. They chase it in the end zone, took a good bounce. They scoop it up, and they take it out to about the 6-yard line.
Boy, what a headsy play, because I don't think the quarterback knew exactly what to do. Running back gets it, and he knows I have got to get that out of the black and red end zone that I'm standing in, gets north and south. And Barry's still kind of at least a manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd down at about 8, the ball in about the 6-yard line. 7:06 to go in the game.
Guys, another new number out there, 88, Draven Hendricks, 10th grader for the Aggies.
All right, 3rd down long. Scott out of the gun, 2 backs beside him. The snap, Scott turns, hands off, bounces it, hits the middle, to the 6, to the 7, to the 8. He's not going much of anywhere. Good job. Another tackle again, McClendon. Cooper McClendon on the tackle again with some help. He was the first Aggie there. Evan Jordan.
Keith, you alluded to it. Number 88, Draven Hendricks, checks into the game, makes an immediate impact. He'll never get his name on the stat sheet up here with Jink, but he comes upfield. Running back, I think, had the near boundary, and Draven Hendricks made him turn north and south so that McClendon could make that tackle.
Yeah, he comes shooting out of there. He's got a lot of speed. He's a 10th grader. Another one of those kids that's going to get size. He's going to get better with playing time. We're a young football team. A lot of these guys are going to be playmakers the next couple of years.
Cooper Scott stands deep for the punt. Good kick, short kick. Going to bounce at the 30. He'll get away from this one. Good Sparkman roll down to the Aggie 46-yard line. Aggies will start there with 5:54 to go in the game. See if they use a heat timeout here, midway point of the quarter. It looks like they will, are they?
Yep, looks like White Hat's going to call a heat timeout.
We'll take a timeout. 5:54 left. Sparkman in control, 56-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
With gas prices and inflation at an all-time high, Alexander Ford understands it's tough out there. We do not want to be just some dealership, we want to be your dealership. For all your sales, parts, and service needs, we believe we can save you money. We have new inventory on the way, a fully stocked parts department, and an award-winning service department.
Alexander Ford has been family owned and operated for over 50 years in Boaz. We want to be a part of your family.
At the Carpet Store, Highway 431 in Albertville,
We're more than just our name. Sure, we're carpet, but we're so much more. We're ceramic floors, showers, backsplashes. We're hardwood, laminate, and luxury vinyl tile. We're installation supplies, vinyl flooring, and remnants. Why not visit our beautiful showroom and let our professional sales staff show you all the things we are? The Carpet Store, Mosley Flooring, Highway 431 in Albertville, where we're so much more than just our name.
Well, Chris just informed me we may be hitting a record tonight. Sparkman has 19 penalties.
Yeah, that's right.
And they still lead 56-0.
Guys, what about this? Austin, kind of the preseason favorite to win this region. Florence 20-7 in the final over Austin at Austin.
Wow.
Now Austin 0-2 in the region. When we go there next week, it might be the Sparkman-Florence game that's the region championship.
Right, 46-yard line. Quarterback turns, hands off. Laredo up the middle to midfield, down to the side, 45-40. Laredo down to the 39-yard line. That's a good run. Aggie first hand. If that comes to be a tiebreaker, last week Sparkman beat Austin, so they would hold the tiebreaker if they comes down tied for at the end of the season.
No way. No way. Check this out. Arab has battled back to a 29-26 lead. What a ball game.
With 4:50 to go. Aggies first down on the Sparkman 38-yard line. Hands off Laredo, hitting the backfield. The ball pops loose. Fumble. Scooped up, and Sparkman has it back at the 45-yard line. Laredo was hit. Ball popped loose. Sparkman recovers, and it's just been that kind of night. Everything going wrong other than the amount of penalties for Sparkman. That's maybe a third turnover? Third turnover?
Yes.
And Barry, right then, did you notice that I think it wasn't a vicious lick that jarred the ball through. I think Laredo had the ball maybe not as tight to his body as he needed to. And when the defensive lineman came up to make the play and just kind of wrapped him up, just hit the arm exactly how you needed to hit, the ball popped loose. And I agree with you. I thought it was going to be a scoop and score for Sparkman, but thank goodness the defensive lineman, he wanted to get credit for that, so he fell on the ball.
44-yard line on Albertville side. Sparkman ball, 5:38 to go in the game, 56-0. And still, the quarterback is in there. Scott, they may not have a third-string quarterback. I don't know. He stayed in. Hands off, kicks it right side, bounces off to the 40, to the 35. Flags are in. Little surprised the running back in there is the guy who started, Jabari Davis. He's the number 2 back, but he's played pretty much the whole game, and he's still in there.
And he ended up having about an 11-yard gain right there, but the wide receiver comes in, and we had a outside linebacker came up to turn that ball back north and south so he would not, they could help him not lose contain. But the wide receiver coming down blocked him in the back, so that's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and that actually bailed Albertville out, Barry.
Hugh Aggie checks in, 15, John Paul in the game. Jesse Gonzalez back in, number 26. They back it up to midfield. It's 1st and 15, 5:25 clock running. High school football scoreboard coming up following the game. So 1st and 15. New running back checks in. Nicholas Kendricks, first time we've seen him. It's 1st and 15, Sparkman. And one of the linemen jumps. So now, have you got enough room for that one?
That's 21 there.
You need to borrow some, maybe
21 penalties.
I have never in my life.
Maybe to borrow my check stub to put on the back of that one.
I'm running out of room right here up there.
That's funny.
So they're now using a running clock. They are going to let the clock run now. Oh, no, actually they stopped it now. It's running. So it's 56-0. They back it up to the 45-yard line. First down and 20 for Sparkman. Quarterback Scott hands off, almost a fumble. Good job in the backfield at about the time he grabbed the ball. Draven Hendricks makes the tackle.
Coach, right there, what about that? Number 88 coming up once again to make a play. I think that's the future ball player on the rise.
We've got a lot of those young guys, man. They just need to get reps, and they're going to make ball players. But like you said, John, you nailed it earlier. There's only one way to get those guys quality game reps, and that's to put them in a ball game. And but I'm impressed with the young man so far.
Hey, number 60, Maddox Beck checked in at the defensive end this time, Barry.
Had a chance to have dinner with him the other night. Super nice guy. Second down and long. Quarterback hands off straight up the middle, 45, 47, 49. It's going to be well short of the first down. Third down and long coming up Colton Battles, one of the Aggies, making the tackle.
Barry, doesn't look like Sparkman really doing anything fancy here with the mismatch of their JV team. That's just an underneath handoff going north and south on a second down play. Still third down and very long, but I think Sparkman's just – I think they want to get it some experience for their JV guys right here and just not get anybody hurt, get a shower, and get on the bus and head back to Sparkman.
Yep, 3:25 to go in the game. Sparkman on the 48-yard line. High school football scoreboard coming up next. We'll have an update on the Arab Sardis game. Arab leads by 3 late in the game. 48-yard line, turns hands off up the middle. Hits midfield, 45. It's going to be short of the first down to the 49-yard line. 2-3 Aggies making the tackle on the far side of the field.
Draven Hendricks coming out of that pile again, Barry.
Hey, we know the young man not scared to get in there and get a little contact. I like it.
J.C. Gonzalez.
Some of these guys got like him, and there's a ton of them. If I start naming names, I'd forget somebody and leave them out. I don't want to do that, but there's a lot of guys, and they look like him.
Yep.
They're undersized, and the weight room is going to do them just – they're going to go miles in the weight room if they just work hard because they're already ball players. They just need to put on that size.
A rare punt for Sparkman. They'll punt it away. Have they even punted tonight?
One time.
Here's the punt. It's going to bounce inside the 5, and Cooper Scott's going to pick it up and run with it. Then he's shoved out of bounds. It's going to be Aggie ball at about the 5. Clock running. Now it stops. 2:16 on the change of possession. So one more time for the Aggies to come out. Maybe we'll see a lot of new faces. I see some new offensive linemen, it looks like, coming out.
Mary, what a headsy play by Cooper Scott. Sparkman kind of giving up on the play, going to let the ball bounce around. Cooper knows that it's going to be inside the 5-yard line, so what does he do? He just kind of grabs it on the hop with the fly, gets going to the far boundary, and instead of them downing it at the 2-yard line, he gets it out to about the 6.
Yep, number 50, Daniel Wright comes in. Colton Battles out there. See who else we got. Any new faces? There's Andrew Gilbert, number 1. He's on the field. It's first down Aggies. 2:16 to go in the game, down 56-0. Ball is on the 5-yard line. Zuniga, quarterback. Is that Laredo still in the game? Can't tell. I believe it is. It is. Laredo takes the handoff. 6, 7, 8-yard line. They're going to drive him backwards, but forward progress gives him a few. So it's second down and long.
So it's funny because they give the ball to Laredo. Laredo's wrapped up. Number 47 for Sparkman. And let's see, let me, because I want to give kudos to this young man, guys. Number 47 is Sharif Smith. So he's in a pile. They're fixing to sling him down. Sharif Smith holds him up, but they keep kind of going back into the end zone. And when they blow the whistle, White Hat runs over there like they're mad at one another, and they hug. And I think 47 was like, dude, I'm just trying to keep you from getting slung down on the ground. So I want to give him, number 47, a little shot of sportsmanship right there.
Second down and long. 90 seconds to go in the game. Ball is on the 6-yard line. Zuniga standing at his goal line. Hands off to Laredo. Laredo up the middle, nowhere to go but backwards. Final score, Boaz wins theirs over Cleveland County, 35-21. Gunnersville beats Douglas 56-14. I think this may be one of the first games they've had their starting tailback in the game since this season. No, he had 2 touchdowns early. Third down and 10. Minutes to go, maybe snapping it once, maybe 2 more times. We'll try to grab Coach Brown at the end of the game. Don't forget, join us every Wednesday night at 6, live at Legends in Albertville. Coach always good to bring some players out there to talk with us. Here we go, third down and long, maybe the last snap of the game. And the snap turns up, the ball is in the end zone. Zuniga picks it up, running with it, trying to get out of the end zone, and he will step out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and unfortunately for him, that's about the best play that you can make, and not only that, but a self-preservation of life, Barry, because there is all kind of jerseys around you, and the 8th grade quarterback, Barry, could have been much worse. He steps out the back of the end zone and just gives up 2 free points.
So the clock stops at 32.2. It's now 58-0 with the safety. So they've scored about every way imaginable. They had a field goal early. Started off 3-0. Then the touchdowns came in. Then they had the pick 6. Now they got a safety. So it's 58-0, 32.2. So time enough for a kickoff and a play. And that should do it. And don't forget, join us next Friday night. We're going to be on the road at Austin Sparkman's going to be at home against Grissom next week.
Got some good football, and like I said, where everybody kind of had maybe Austin penciled in as the preseason favorite, we found right now they're 0-2 in the region. So that's what I love about football.
Yep.
Man, I love it about football because every time somebody picks you to do well or somebody tries to, those pigskin prognosticators, I think is what they call them, football's a funny game, and just the way that little oval ball bounces, and right now it's not bouncing well for Austin.
Yeah, that's why they don't play this thing on paper, man. You can say, hey, this team's going to win. You got to show up and you got to strap up and you got to go play. And I'm telling you guys, this Sparkman team is solid. Like John's been talking about, they've got all the size they need. They've got weapons everywhere. We didn't even see their quarterback, their first-string quarterback tonight. They are built to go the distance and to really make a splash in the playoffs if they can clean up the penalties.
Yeah.
And Chris, we'll talk about those in just a little bit. But Chris he's got to be cramping up there. We need to get him a salt tablet just from writing all the penalties down.
So the Aggies will kick it from the 20 after the safety. Sparkman stands around the 40-yard line. We've only seen the kicker, twice tonight? So his kick, 45-yard line, he returns it midfield. 45 to the 40, cuts back to the 35. That's true. We haven't seen Reyes but twice to begin the game. Now to kick here because we've had no extra points or field goals. So he's been kind of silent tonight.
And what about number 2 right there, guys? Evan Jordan coming in to make a tackle along with, I believe that was number 4 as well. Keegan Thompson on the kickoff coverage team had to make a tackle because number 18 for Sparkman, and number 18 being Nick Moon, and he's a sophomore. I think he thought he might have had a chance for a touchdown going down the hash mark, so those guys may have saved even more points on the scoreboard.
So time for one snap. You would think they would take a knee with 23.5 left, and they're sitting on the Aggie 35-yard line. I don't know why you wouldn't just take a knee, but he does take a knee. There you go. So the clock will wind down. Sparkman's going to win this one 58-0. So we'll take a timeout, come back with some stats, and grab Coach Brown. Final score again, Sparkman wins this one 58-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Every team has goals. At first,
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
Hello, I'm Leslie Wright, and I'd like to welcome you to altrav.net, the online home of Horizon's Alabama Traveler, where we offer discounted certificates to the area's best restaurants, attractions, and more. To purchase certificates to any of the businesses you see featured here on the show, visit our website at www.altrav.net. Go to the Merchants page to place your order, and your certificates will be mailed out the following day. So without further delay, let's go to a participating merchant video.
We're pleased to welcome the return of local restaurants to our lineup of Altrav discount certificates. Get out and support local business. We especially encourage you to remember our locally owned restaurants. They certainly will welcome your visit. David Hardin and family welcome you to Wildcat Cafe, conveniently located across Highway 431 from Guntersville High School beside Foodland. Many of you remember David from his years at Guntersville Bowling Center, and particularly their snack bar. And a few years later, he opened his own restaurant, Tin Top Diner. And now David, along with his daughter Lindsay and son Patrick, own and operate Wildcat Cafe. Their specialty is fried or grilled chicken fingers along with their popular JoJo's, and the original dipping sauce on the side. They're available as a snack or by the plate with your choice of drink and other delicious sides like coleslaw, baked beans, pinto beans, fried okra, potato salad, french fries, onion rings, or corn. You decide, and your plate is prepared fresh to order. Other popular menu options include old-fashioned hand-patted hamburgers and cheeseburgers. The hamburger steak plate topped with seasoned onions and Dale seasoning is another popular choice. Wildcat Cafe also offers Barry's barbecue sandwiches or plates with sides. Salad choices include side salads and house salads, which you can have topped with your choice of chicken fingers or barbecue. You're always welcome to dine in or call ahead for your takeout orders. Wildcat Cafe also offers a convenient drive-thru for your to-go pickups. The Hardin family extends a special invitation for your family to visit Wildcat Cafe, where you're always greeted with a smile and prompt, friendly service. They're located at 14164 Highway 431 across from Guntersville High School beside Foodland. Give them a call at 256-486-2233 and be sure to like Wildcat Cafe on Facebook. They're open to serve you Tuesday through Saturday for lunch and evening dining along with a Sunday lunch. And don't forget the kids. There's a special menu for them also. Wildcat Cafe, great food in a family dining atmosphere. Now visit Horizon's altrav.net website for your discount certificate to Wildcat Cafe and other popular local restaurants, shops, and attractions.
You're watching altrav.net, the online home of Horizon's Alabama Traveler. Visit our website at www.altrav.net to purchase discounted certificates to any of the merchants you see featured here on the show.
Wilson's Fabric on Highway 431 in Boaz is Alabama's largest fabric store. Family owned since 1964, the Wilson family is still involved in all day-to-day operations, and they, along with their experienced, helpful staff, will be happy to answer any questions and assist with all your needs. They now offer the area's largest selection of heat transfer vinyl and adhesive sticky back vinyl. All the popular brands are in stock, along with any supplies you may need. Shop in store or online at wilsonfabric.com. Free shipping on all orders over $50. Team fabrics are popular, and Wilson's has a wide selection of licensed collegiate and pro prints, along with color schemes to match most any high school. There's even yard signs for our local schools. For all your home decorating projects, Wilson stocks a variety of brands, prints, and styles to match your decor. They have almost 5,000 square feet with over 1,400 rows of upholstery material. If you're looking for vintage replica fabrics from the 30s and 40s or the Civil War, you're in luck. They have a section dedicated to each. No one locally stocks more notions or other sewing supplies. Check out the notions wall and other supplies displayed throughout the store. They offer everything you may need, the best selection at the best price, with the friendly personal service you've come to expect since 1964. Give them a call at 256-593-6501, visit online at wilsonfabrics.com, or you're always welcome to stop by the store at 1524 Highway 431 in Boaz. Wilson's Fabric is also proud to be a row-by-row experience participant. This fun, cooperative event is brought to you by participating quilt shops around the world.
You're watching altrav.net, the online home of Horizon's Alabama Traveler. Visit our website at www.altrav.net to purchase discounted certificates to any of the merchants you see featured here on the show.
Since 1986, BG's restaurant on Baltimore Avenue in Albertville has been serving up their famous chicken fingers, burgers, and other short-order menu items. Brent and Gay Raines founded BG's as a family-run business. As the family has grown, so has the business, and everyone remains involved as they continue the tradition of fast, friendly hometown service. BG's is probably best known for their hand-breaded, tender and juicy chicken fingers, but there's something on the menu for everyone. They offer a great selection including burgers, sandwiches, basket combos, and ice cream treats. And now the convenient drive-through window makes it so easy to grab your favorite meal and go. Simply place your order at the speaker or call ahead for even faster service. BG's popular homemade signature chicken sauce is now available to the public. Buy it at the restaurant or pick it up from your favorite grocery store. BG's chicken sauce is great on chicken, burgers, salads, fries, veggies, and lots of other foods. BG's is open from 9 till 6 Monday through Saturday, closed on Sunday. For a complete menu and more, visit their website, www.bgsrestaurant.com. To purchase this week's BG's AlTrav discount certificate, visit our website, altrav.net.
We know you're looking for a reliable vehicle.
Heading to work? Headed to play. Taking the grandkids to the beach.
Every vehicle comes with a warranty for the length of the contract.
And you get a Carfax with every purchase.
We make everything easy, from the application, the approval, or to the payments.
We're not your ordinary buy here, pay here dealer.